Dare what to do. What do you
Dare is to do nothing.
That's it.
What about your mob, though, mate? It's a good result tonight. You know, is the quad back on?
Quad is on. Listen, stop taking Mick out of my quad. Yeah, quad is for next year. The double's on this year. The double. What a performance by the champions. What a performance by the champions. Nobody's gone to Roker Park and anywhere.
Roker Park? What year? 1985?
More green jackets have been lost at the 12th than at the Augusta City Dry Cleaners. Rory McIlroy knows this better than most. But what is Amen Corner and why is it so iconic? The famous sequence has always been there since the Masters began in 1934. It didn't get its name until '58, though, when American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left, wrote, "At the farthest reach of the Augusta National Course, down in the Amen Corner." He drew inspiration from the 1933 jazz song Shouting in That Amen Corner by the Dorsey Brothers. The reason behind its difficulty is all in the sand and the water. Tournament officials don't even bother to count the balls lost in there each year, such is the sheer number. The 11th, named White Dogwood, is a downhill 520-yard par 4 with a pond to the left of the green and a bunker to the right. Both cause a lot of trouble each year. The 12th, Golden Bell, is perhaps the most famous hole in the world, with danger everywhere. Many aim for the flag, but look, get it even slightly wrong, and you're in the azaleas at the back, or the bunkers at the front, or even worse, Rays Creek. Or you can play it safe and aim for the open green on the left. You chicken. Tiger Woods once said, if you make 4 bogeys from Thursday to Sunday, you're doing well. And the highest ever score on that hole? 13. It's a par 3. Tom Weiskopf in 1980 was the sorry soul. Often the iconic Ben Hogan Bridge is the only thing players enjoy about Golden Bell. Even if you escape there unscathed, though, you met with Azalea, the dogleg par 5 13th. It tempts players to go for the green in 2, but cut over those trees on the left at your peril. Every year, it seems, Amen Corner destroys someone's dreams. Rory McIlroy dropped 3 shots through here as his round unravelled in 2011. In 2016, a year after navigating Amen Corner expertly, Jordan Spieth shot a quadruple bogey on the 12th to throw away his green jacket. I mean, it sounds like my game, to be honest.
Hello, good afternoon, welcome to Drive. Happy Thursday, everyone. It's me, Andy Goldstein, the legend, the superstar, the sneaker freak that is Darren Bent is here.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
I just told him that, DB. How are you all? Good. Lovely to see you. What's the matter? What are you moaning about?
Like, always go, look. Sit on the floor, look at the mic.
Well, get in early, get ready.
Oh, what time I pull up?
I'm in early, I'm ready, right? Fail to prepare. Prepare to fail. That's today's motto. But you know, we've got a show for you today. We are, of course, talking about Nottingham Forest search for another new manager as Marinakis sacked Sean Dyche. Forest fans, is your club becoming slightly embarrassing? We'll start with that. If you want to get involved, pick up the phone now. 03717223344 is a bit nuts there. 2 more years for Thomas Tuchel without managing a major tournament. Is it a smart move by the FA? And, of course, we're building up to another and probably the biggest live and exclusive Premier League game on talkSPORT this week as Arsenal could throw it all away tonight as they head to Brentford. Effectively, their cup final.
Throw it all away, yeah?
Yeah. If you lose, it's over. We'll also be joined by a former world champion, Kell Brook, will be on our show.
Forward to that.
All that, all right. I mean, you're looking forward to all of it, I assume. And we'll hear what Ange Postecoglou, Judas, has had to say about the club that gave him £7 million.
Hey.
Unbelievable.
Hey,
what a front he's got, that fella.
Gave him a trophy, though, didn't he?
Good work, Jack. Well done, boy. Well done. 60 seconds in and Jack's made the first error. Strava talkSPORT, you can get involved 03717 2233. Just how did he do that? I don't know. 03717 223344. Today's Drive Time Show. Good work, Jack. Thanks for that.
I need to go back to dinosaurs, man. See what's happening.
Sounds like there's one pressing the buttons today. DB, how are you? Good to see you. You all right? You well?
Honestly, I am. You know what? I'm good.
How's the hair?
Yeah, I'm going for a shape up on Saturday morning.
Okay, but you can't cut any of it.
No, I can just like line up.
Shape, yeah, you line up.
But I can take these bits off, can't I? Well, that's part of the lineup.
I just don't know if that's...
No, the lineup.
The hair I gave you because of that little bit.
So
I don't think you should do anything else.
Nah.
I think if
you've said already, I can...
I know, but just because I felt sorry for you.
That's it. I won't cut my hair because that's a bet's a bet. Leighton made the bet and I...
But then it's how far do you go down? That's the problem.
No, you can see the line.
Okay, fine. As long as you take the line.
Yeah, I'm not going to... I'm going to have no beard.
Okay, right. No, but you might come in a bit.
Oh, shout out Scotch Porter as well. They're looking after my beard.
Who?
Scotch Porter.
What's that mean?
The brand of...
No brands on this.
Hold on.
We don't do that, mate.
How's your 18? You got, yeah.
Shout out down.
No, but they looked after me.
I don't care, mate, if they come visit you in hospital every day.
Oh, but it's all right for you to do it.
It was a reason I mentioned it.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Elliot Brown watches.
Nah, listen, because look, I can't cut my beard, so people have helped me out generously.
What have they done? Don't mention them by name, but what have they done?
Well, listen, first and foremost, after the bet I had with Leighton about my hair can't be cut on my beard,
what have they done?
They kindly sent me products to help me to help me maintain my beard.
And I'm looking at it now, it looks exactly the same.
Well, it doesn't, because you're the untrained eye. So does yours. Grey.
The products make no difference.
Do you want just for men over there?
No, I don't.
You do.
Otherwise, you wouldn't see any grey if I did.
Yeah, why don't you?
Because I like the fact that people know I'm perfect.
What up there?
There's none up there.
Yeah, if I said to you, why'd you...
but
there's one up there.
There's not one up there.
There is.
Mate,
I promise you there's one.
There's not one.
Do you want to show you?
I had a cat today.
You can't even talk properly, that's how you know.
Every time I have a haircut... Wait, you won't be able to talk properly, mate. Every time I have a haircut, I say to my brother Billy, if you find one, let me know. And today, he was blowing it.
Do you know what it is? Because he's overawed by you.
No, he's not. He's overawed, yeah.
No, you're a big celebrity in that. He's like, oh, no. Do you know what I mean?
Keep going.
Yes, I said it. He's like, oh, you're a big celebrity. I can't tell you that.
Yeah, good work, DV. I like it.
But yeah, shout out. Yeah, I mean.
You've done the shout out, all right?
Feel it. Just do that. Oh,
wait,
hey.
Terrible.
Tell the truth. Hey, tell the truth.
Honestly.
That's beautiful.
No, that's terrible, man. Don't go near them. You want to get Goldstein's golden paste on the beard.
No thanks. No thanks. I don't want my hair to fall out.
Oh, wait. Now that I can get you legally. I can get you on that.
You can't.
I can, mate.
I see you handing it out to the guys in the office.
Yeah,
I like that from you.
Yeah.
About time.
Because I'm a man of the people. Well done. Sometimes. We've got a busy show. Do you know what? Today's show I'm very excited about. A bit later on we'll talk about Ange. You saw the overlap.
I mean,
he's a disgrace.
Do you know what, though? I could not.
He's got some front.
You know, I watch the overlap all the time, and I could not believe when they said, "Oh, Ange's here." So Thomas Frantzman's set to come in, and do you know what, usually when managers leave a club, they don't really say too much about why.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
He's gone and gone, do you know what? I don't care. Everyone's getting it.
Yeah, but honestly, if he was chocolate, he'd eat himself. He loves himself so much.
He said they're not a big club. They're Spursy.
And I honestly thought it was disgusting. We'll go through that at 6 o'clock. We'll also look ahead to a massive game of football tonight. Brentford against Arsenal. If Brentford win, effectively, it's in Man City's hands.
It's just another game.
It's not, mate.
Yeah,
this might be the night we look back and go, that's where Arsenal threw away again.
Just another game. Cup finals in a couple of weeks.
Can you lose tonight?
Yeah, there's no reason why not, but I don't think Arsenal will.
What would the score be? Will you drop points?
2-1. Arsenal.
You won't drop points?
No, I don't think so.
See, your arrogance, that's what cost you. You said you beat us 4-1.
I said it'd be a tough game. I said it'd be a tough game.
You're so rude.
Hey, what about Sunderland and Liverpool? What'd I tell you?
Yeah, you got that right. Or if Sunderland had chances.
Mate, no. If it was about chances, I know we're going to... I think
we'll talk about that later on, yeah?
No, Forest.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and that's why I've got sympathy for.
Well, we're going to start with...
Yeah, okay, I'll say my point in a minute.
Okay, fine. Let's start today's show, shall we? And, of course, once again... We start by reacting to another manager's departure. Yes, Sean Dyche was sacked last night following Forest 0-0 draw at home to Wolves. So, easy question to ask. What on earth is Mr. Marinakis thinking?
Excellent performance from West Ham United here at the City Ground. They now lead Nottingham Forest by 3-0.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
How can you sack a manager that's done what he's done? It's got to be the worst call in about 20 years.
8 games in, no wins, It was only 40 days ago that Ange Postecoglou embarked on turning Nottingham Forest from profitable pragmatists into a high-wire act. But he's already losing his balance.
But there goes the full-time whistle, and boos ring around the City ground.
Because we didn't beat Wolves, everyone said I should go. This is just modern management. You know, this is the way it is now. The demand is changing rapidly.
Yes, despite being 3 points clear the relegation zone, Sean Dyche becomes the third Forest manager to leave the club this season in what has been a ridiculous campaign so far. Dyche leaves the club having won 6 and drawing 4 of his 18 games in charge, and was also nominated for Manager of the Month award as well. Early reports suggest they may have already found their replacement. In fact, before we take your calls, let's get them on this now. As we say hello and good afternoon to talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, Alex Crook. Crookie, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, boys. You good?
I am very well.
We're very good, thank you.
Are you in the next showroom at the moment?
Not quite. Just the old extension.
Well,
don't tell the tax man.
It looks. Listen, if he listens, he already knows. Thanks for coming on. This scenario where Nottingham Forest are looking for their 4th manager in a season is unprecedented. It's absolutely barking. But that 4th manager they need to find, because they've sat one to get one in to make sure they're not playing their football in the Championship next season. How close are they to finding that replacement?
Very close, as seems to be the way with Evangelos Marinakis. One manager departs, another quickly arrives through the entrance door. That man, we understand, will be Vitor Pereira. He's agreed to take the job. I think it will be an 18-month contract initially. Pereira, the man who came in initially, had a real uplift at Wolves, kept them in the Premier League, but it all turned very sour very quickly before he was sacked by the Molineux club. But yeah, Pereira is the man who will replace Sean Dyche, and his first game will be against one of his former clubs, live on talkSPORT 2 next Thursday. It's the first leg of Forest's Europa League playoff against Fenerbahce, and he's got a massive job on his hands, hasn't he? 12 games to keep the club in the Premier League, and it's been incredible how quickly this has unravelled. When you look at where Forest were at the end of last season, narrowly missed out on a Champions League place, back in Europe for the first time since the mid-1990s. They quickly, at the start of the season, moved on from Nuno Espirito Santo. Ange Postecoglou lasted 40-odd days, was an absolute disastrous appointment. And Sean Dyche did well initially. In fact, he was nominated for Manager of the Month in January. So it shows you how quickly fortunes turn. But I think what's cost him is the fact they've been dropping points against their relegation rivals. They were terrible live on talkSPORT last Friday against Leeds, got battered at Ellen Road, had 30-odd shots but couldn't beat bottom club Wolves yesterday. And I've been reporting for a week or so now that Sean Dyche was under big pressure. I probably still expected him to limp on a little longer, but Marinakis, by all accounts, was visibly furious watching that game last night. And by about 11 o'clock in the evening, Sean Dyche had gone and Vitor Pereira had been lined up to take over.
Quick, is it as simple as that? Because as you said there, I mean, they missed some serious chances last night, like a lot, Nottingham Forest. And that's where I sympathise with managers, because what can you do in that situation if your team just keeps missing? So if he'd have won that game last night, would he still be in charge today?
Potentially. Although, as I say, I think the seeds of doubt were already sown in Marinakis' mind. And do you know what? He's a proud man, isn't he? And he's still got the affection of the Nottingham Forest fans, because you look at the journey they've been on under Marinakis' ownership, got them back in the Premier League, got them into Europe. They went deep into the FA Cup as well. So the fans are still on board with the owner, but he is a proud man. He's an ambitious man. And I can't come away from the feeling that he's looked at Nuno Espirito Santo, the manager that he unceremoniously fired at the start of the season, very harshly after what they achieved last year. And he's looking over his shoulder and thinking, do you know what? The guy that I fired could ironically be the manager that sends us down. And I don't think his pride would have allowed that to happen.
Quickly, before I let you go, of course, Spurs looking for a manager. Sean Dyche is available now. Any news on their hunt for a new gaffer?
I've got to say, by the way, I know you're going to talk about it later, that interview from Ange Postecoglou is one of the most explosives that I've ever seen from a former manager. Normally, they sign all kinds of confidentiality agreements. They can't really give you an honest opinion. He's certainly not pulled any punches.
No.
Saying they're not a big club. I've been hammered by Tottenham fans for saying that, by the way, so I'm in the Ange camp on that one. But in terms of a replacement, I don't think we're quite in Sean Dyche territory for Tottenham yet, but there's no clear indication of what direction they are going to go in. The players have got a few days off. They want a new man in charge by Monday. I don't think they're going to be able to get Mauricio Pochettino out of his USA contract before the World Cup finals. Roberto De Zerbi is someone I know they're interested in speaking to. Robbie Keane would take the job, but I'm told only if it's a permanent job, not just until the end of the season. So I'm really intrigued to see where Tottenham turn. But in answer to your question, I don't think it will be Sean Dyche.
Cookie, just going back to what you said, you don't think they can get Mauricio Pochettino out of his... Do you think they've even tried? I mean, there's no way in a million years Pochettino, having been with the American national team for a couple of years...
The World Cup's there.
And the World Cup is in, effectively, one of, their countries in America. It will be one of the greatest moments ever for a football manager. I mean, I'd be stunned if he even thought about it. Surely they've not even entertained that idea, have they, Tottenham?
I'd imagine they made an inquiry and asked the question,
Really?
because I think there is a desire on both sides to rekindle that relationship. I guess it's the old cliche, never go back to your ex. But I think if we get to the summer and Spurs have got an interim manager in charge and they're still a Premier League club, and I think they will be, I don't think they're going to go down, then I think there's a real possibility that Pochettino comes back to try and finish his unfinished business. But I agree with you, in a World Cup year on home soil, it's not going to happen, is it?
Have you ever been back with an ex? Did it work out?
No, I stick to that rule, never to go back to the ex.
Is that your decision or theirs, Crookie?
Mutual.
Yeah, that's what she says. Right, Crookie, you're a superstar. Thanks for coming on as always. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks. There you go, the one for Alex. You've been back with an ex? Did it ever work out?
No.
Just doesn't, does it?
No.
In football management as well, it doesn't, does it?
Jose did.
Jose did, you're right. But 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work if you go back, right? I know plenty of managers. Well, I say plenty of managers. I think Dalglish went back to Liverpool.
That
didn't work
have I made it up? Did Gus Hiddink on loan go back to Chelsea twice?
Twice?
No, I mean, go back again. So he went back.
Okay, you've done well if you got that right.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the gallery. They're all confused. Maybe they're trying to work out what day of the week it is. Anyway, that's how we're going to start. We've got Big Ange chat later on. I've got so much to say on that. But
David Moyes?
David Moyes, that's working out brilliantly, that is. We're taking your calls. Forest fans, Marinakis, is he starting to frustrate you? Is it slightly embarrassing what's happening to your club? And will you avoid the drop? 03717 22 3344.
My view of punditry is when I listen to a pundit, whoever that pundit might be, whatever they may be, whether it's male, female, black, white, yellow, green, it's do I learn something from them? Do they engage me? Do I find them interesting and entertaining? And do they merit my attention? And that's my response to the reasons why I was saying the things I said.
He's sitting right beside you. Yeah, I it's an opinion, isn't it? Which
Indeed.
we're all entitled to. I put value on opinions. Right, you have to, because there's
Depends where they come from, right?
Everybody has them, right? So I'm not going to listen to a mob on X who've never ever put themselves in any situation to do anything close to what I've done in my career. I listen to the professionals, right? I listen to the people who've hired me for the last 11 years around the world, the biggest broadcasters in the world. By default, if I'm working with the people who are considered the brilliant broadcasters, then if I'm in the same team as them, next to them, then by default, I'm considered also a brilliant broadcaster. So I take everything you're saying, but the reality is I've been good enough for 11 years, right? And as I said, I'm the person that will go and seek out feedback for someone to go, I think you're struggling. It's never happened.
See, the language that you use, Annie, is, to me, it's steeped in a sense of entitlement. I mean, the sheer weight of the entitlement that you seem to believe that you have would resink the Titanic. I think you've been quite fortuitous. I think because of initiatives like DEI, they've allowed people to be put into positions in the men's game that I don't think they've merited. And now that sort of seeds an attitude that you become a stalwart in the women's game.
can't stand the rain against my window.
Tune and off. I can't stand the rain. I remember this before your time, D.
I can. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know who this song is. It sounds cool.
I'll tell you, it sounds like.
Is that Tina Turner?
Is it Telka? I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Tina Turner, good call.
Do you know what, though? I like this version, but I'd like the more up to date, like my era.
Yeah, who sang that?
Missy Elliott. I can't stand the. Me, I'm super fly.
Great voice.
Change.
Driving talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, still to come. We'll be heading to Brussels to speak to talkSPORT reporter Angelina Kelly ahead of the Nations League draw. Just quickly, Tyson Fury wants to fight Usyk again. Oh dear, according to Frank Warren, we're done with that, Tyson.
Honestly, he wants to get beat up again.
Honestly, we're done with it. Speaking on the talkSPORT Daily Fiery Friday podcast, let's hear Adrian Durham on the Forest owner Marinakis.
The owner of Nottingham Forest, I think Marinakis is one of the best in the Premier League. And it is a hot take, and people might not agree with it. But here, let me explain. Hear me out on this one. Since he took over the club, they've got promotion to the Premier League. They've stayed in the Premier League. They've got into Europe. They've been to the semi-finals of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. He's signing players that Forest couldn't dream of having in their team a few years ago when they're losing to Yeovil and they're in League One. They've got Elliot Anderson, England regular, in their midfield. Morgan Gibbs-White is there pulling strings at number 10, or he should be. Marinakis is making Forest great again. That's what he's in the process of doing, and he wants people on board who are going to, be with him on that journey. He also owns and is the president of Olympiacos. They won their first ever European trophy on his watch in 2024, the Europa Conference League. He is seen as emotional and reactionary and egotistical, but generally he does things that he thinks will benefit the football club, and he's right on those things as well.
Very bizarre take, but you might agree. You can hear the rest of that podcast tomorrow morning wherever you listen to your podcast. That's the Fiery Friday podcast on talkSPORT Daily. Let's take your call, shall we? About Forest and Marinakis, 03717 222344. Ruben is a Forest fan, joins us now. Hi, Ruben.
Hi, you okay?
How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you, Andy. You all right, Darren?
How you doing, boss? You okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
What would you like to say?
So I was at the game last night, and my lad and myself, we sat there at half time, not knowing how we weren't 4-0 up, because we had that many opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. They just couldn't score last night. And then half time came to an end. We were sat in the Brian Clough stand, which is opposite where Marinakis sits. And I joked to my lad, because Marinakis was late out after half time. And I said to him, he's probably late out because he's on the phone to another manager after watching his first half.
Now, do you know what? Ruben, I do listen. Sean Dyche, I do think maybe there was a clash in styles in terms of the footballer that Forest have got. When you look at Gibbs-White and Hudson-Odoi and Elliot Anderson, they've got some really good technical footballers. And I weren't ever sure that it was going to match up the Sean Dyche way he wants to play and the way that they wanted to play. But last night, I've got so much sympathy for him because watching the game last night, Forest missed about, I'd say 4, not half chances. There was one attack. Yeah. There was one attack. It was 4 versus 1. Like, I think it was 4v1. And
it was.
And even Hudson-Odoi's face is like,
what are you doing?
Like, do you know what I mean? So that's where I'm sympathetic. And I asked Crooked a question about if they'd have won last night, would he have got the sack? But it's fine details and fine margins.
You have to blame Marinakis, right? Because he's obviously fallen out with Nuno Espirito Santo. But what if he was a football man, a clever man, and I'm sure he's clever, he would have had that fallout and gone, actually, he has turned his club around. He's got Centurion to play. I mean, we're knocking on the door of Champions League all season. We've got you. I'll just keep my mouth shut. But like most
not
powerful...
keep your mouth shut. Do you know what to do? Just slap him with a fine behind closed doors. Yeah. Keep it all in-house and go, listen, don't do that again. Yeah. Or you'll be out. But come on.
But like most billionaires, right, it's like my way or the highway, which is probably how you get to being a billionaire.
Yeah.
And it's bit him on the backside. Graham is a Nottingham Forest fan, joins us now. Hi, Graham.
No, mate, you all right?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm all right, apart from the fiasco that's going on at the City Ground.
Yeah. Who's to blame?
Edu.
Really? Why him?
Because he's brought so much dross into that club.
Okay.
I mean, listen, I think you bought some. I think you bought some good players, though. You have bought some good players.
Darren Bent, if you've got a forward that's played 1,500 minutes and scored 2 goals, is that a return?
No, but you know, some strikers, I mean, have drought. Like, I understand what you're saying in terms of the numbers.
A drought?
Yeah, I mean, look at Chris Wood before he got to Forest.
But since he's been at Forest...
Yeah, but that's my point. Some things work and some things don't.
Jesus it's not Premier League. He just isn't. And
who hired Edu?
He's not... Marinakis.
Well, surely the fault's his then, right? If he's hiring the wrong people.
Yeah, why do you think Arsenal got rid of him?
No, but I asked you whose fault it is, and you said Edu.
It's Marinakis' fault.
Oh, there you go. There's the answer.
But Edu's the one who you just said it's his club basically, and he can do whatever he wants. But if he's hired Edu, he needs to get rid of him. You can't just keep sacking managers.
No, you can't.
Willy nilly. How can you legislate for a player missing a goal from 2 yards out and then sack the manager?
See, and that was my point.
Fault.
And that was my point. And that's where I sympathise with him, because anyone who watched the game last night, they missed that many chances. Sean Dyche must have been on the sideline going, well, what am I supposed to do with this?
A prime example of that is if Liam Rossilla was having a tough time, and he's not, thankfully.
Yeah.
That Cole Palmer miss in front of the open goal in the last minute to nick a win.
Yeah.
They're the sort of things that, as a manager, you get the sack. Now, that's not his fault. Cole Palmer missed an open goal.
Exactly.
But they just happen.
They just happen.
But where I don't subscribe to something like that might cost you a job. It's not just about one miss. It's about tactics, formation, the 11. There's a lot that goes into
there is, but
for you not winning a game. It's not just because you.
Oh no, that last night is all about the players, not the manager.
It's never all about the players, Benny. You're picking the formation, you're picking the players, you're picking the tactics.
Andy.
You're making substitutions.
Andy,
it's not all, you use the word all. It's not all about the players. It can't be.
Last night, right, so I'll leave the expected goals, you don't like that. 63% Forest. Total shots Nottingham Forest, 35. Wolves 7. Shots on target, 10-3. Big chances created, 4-0. The accurate passes, 426 compared to 216. That cannot be the manager.
Okay. I mean, that's quite damning. Yeah,
John, where's my favourite stat? Touches in opposition box. 40 Forest, 13 Wolves.
Should have been 41. Still to come, we'll be reacting to the news regarding Thomas Tuchel and his contract extension, and from 6 Big Ange. You do not want to miss my rant on that. First up, it's time for No Googling. And with Forest, what?
So we are, mate. So we are, mate.
Oh, I think it's disgrace.
Honestly, it's rattled you today, isn't it? Well, I've never seen you put so much stuff in a group when you're annoyed.
If I gave someone £7 million and they came out and threw it in my face, I would go...
Oh, they gave you a trophy.
Absolutely crazy.
Gave you a trophy?
No, the other teams gave him a trophy. We're talking about Forest sacking another manager. We want to know, who's the first football club to see 3 different permanent managers leave during the same Premier League campaign?
Well, I've had it twice.
It's none of your teams.
I've had it twice.
It's all about you.
No, I'm saying I've had it twice.
It's all about you. What? Anyway, more from Darren Bent's Drive Time Show.
Oh, say it again.
Right after that. I'll never say that ever again, live on talkSPORT.
It's coming in that Thomas Tuchel is set to stay as England boss until 2028.
Oh, well
Hold
done.
on.
New deal.
Let me work this
Fantastic.
one. How does, with a great respect, I'm not going to go at Thomas Tuchel, but the World Cup, the big test, is yet to come. How can you give him an extension?
Do you know why? Because there's so many clubs looking for a manager. Maybe they've got in touch and the FA thought, let's extend his contract. But the problem is, Al, we lose in the last 16. What are you going to do then?
Cabby,
he's got to go.
England, the manager of
mate.
England.
Incredible, isn't it?
People would go on their knees to Wembley to get it.
Exactly.
So what the hell?
That sums the FA up.
Who's making these decisions?
That sums the FA up, Al. Because you beat countries that you should have been beating in the qualifiers. You've been given a new deal, maybe because Manchester United need a manager. Look at Spurs now. It's incredible, but are we surprised, Al?
Well, I'm annoyed, to be honest. It shouldn't bother me because I'm Scottish, but I'm like, who makes these things up?
Exactly.
Gabby, how far, in your opinion, your expectations in America? Yeah, we know it's going to be warm.
To heat, yeah.
England, have England got to get to a semi, or has it been a disappointment?
I'm sick of saying that, Al, to be honest. I'm sick of saying, we get to a semi, then you know what? Thomas Tuchel to lead us into the Euros. No, we have to win it. I'm not having the conditions. I'm not having it. Like, Chelsea went and won the Club World Cup, didn't they, in the conditions? I know that's that wasn't the hardest of competitions to go and win, but we have to, Al.
We understand Thomas Tuchel has agreed to extend his England contract till the 2028 Euros. The German's initial deal expired this summer, and Adrian Durham reckons an extension would avoid unnecessary speculation about Tuchel's future.
If you go into the World Cup with his future not tied down, with him not knowing what he's doing straight after the World Cup, is there potential there that he could be having conversations through his agent or directly with clubs?
The Forest hierarchy have wished Sean Dyche the best of luck for the future after sacking him. talkSPORT's Max Scott has sympathy with Dyche, whose reign lasted just 114 days.
There's been a lot of chaos at the club, particularly the arrival of Edu, who spent 180 million on sort of players that have had zero impact on the first team.
Elsewhere, Pep Guardiola says Erling Haaland has a niggle. He came off at half-time during City's win over Fulham. On the red side of Manchester, Sir Jim Ratcliffe claims his unpopular choices at Man United are now paying off. He sacked 2 managers and laid off dozens of staff. And at the Winter Olympics, Ukrainian skeleton pilot Vladislav Hereskevich has been banned from competing after continuing to wear a helmet covered in pictures of athletes killed during Russia's invasion. Hereskevich says this is the price of our dignity.
Big tune.
Well, Matt, driver.
Is this MIA?
Do you want to talk all over me?
Cheers, Jack, mate.
Well, you'll be MIA in a minute.
Oh, very good.
Thanks, man. Driver talks about me, Andy Goldstein, before I was rudely interrupted by DB. Before the bet, ask a question: who's the first football club to see 3 different permanent managers leave during the same Premier League campaign? Any idea?
The first?
Yeah.
Chelsea.
What?
Chelsea.
What?
Watford.
2019-2020. Still to come, we'll be talking about Thomas Tuchel's contract extension as the England boss. And, of course, from 6, we're talking about the disgraceful behaviour of former Spurs boss.
Disgraceful?
Yeah, big Ange Postecoglou, yeah. In fact, from one Ange to another, because someone who will be speaking to him later on, Thomas Tuchel, that is, not Ange, after the Nations League draw, is talkSPORT's wonderful reporter, Angelina Kelly, and she joins us now. Angelina, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. How are you guys?
We are tickety-boo. How are you doing? Tell us, explain exactly where you are if people can't see you because they're listening on their radio.
So I am currently in Brussels at the Expo Centre, and this is where the Nations League draw will be happening in about half an hour. So it's going to be an interesting one because we've got England back in League A. Wales are also there as well. So what that means is that they could actually end up playing each other. Meanwhile, you've got Scotland, the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, all in Group B in different pots. They could all end up facing each other as well. After the draw, like you hinted at, I will be speaking to Thomas Tuchel. I'll be speaking to the other home nation managers as well. And, you know, maybe having a little chat with Thomas Tuchel, seeing what motivated this new contract. Was it whispers to do with Manchester United? We'll have to find out. But yeah, speaking to him on a red carpet in a little while, getting all the latest from him.
Angie, I know you I don't know if you hit it, but you are a Manchester United fan. And the fact that yeah, we know you are. And you know the fact that he's signed this new contract, is that a little bit, I won't say disheartening for you because Carrick's doing a wonderful job, but it looks like you're not going to get him now at the end of the season. Is that a little bit of a worry, or you're happy with the fact that Carrick's still there?
I mean, with Manchester United, there's a different worry every single day at the moment, isn't there? But I think that overall, ruling Thomas Tuchel out in this way, because that's how it feels to me as a Manchester United fan, it is a little bit disheartening. I think out of all the options, people would have liked to have seen him, but you have to also consider there's a World Cup going on. By the time that you get back from that, you're looking at the end of July, going into August, pre-season will already be underway. So I think it would have been tight anyway, but it seems to be pointing more and more towards Michael Carrick, unless somebody like Luis Enrique decides to walk away from Paris Saint-Germain. If Michael Carrick can keep this up, I was a little bit sceptical at the beginning about what he could do with Manchester United, but I think that he's in the running potentially now.
Angelina, we will come back to you when you've got the England manager on the red carpet. As always, keep up the great work for talkSPORT. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Speak to you later.
Thanks. There you go, the wonderful Angelina Kelly. Thomas Tuchel coming up on Drive later on, live in our show. Just quickly before we move on, DB, in front of us you've got a big telly and you've got speed skating, like 1v1, the women's 5,000 metres. Have you ever seen, it's a very famous clip, where, you know, they all race together, there's like 6 of them on the rink, where one just shoots off. Have you seen that?
No.
And does a lap really quickly, like first lap, and then joins the pack.
Yeah, at the back of the pack.
Yeah. And then she just carries on, loop, 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 loop. And obviously she's got 1 lap less.
Yeah. And people, but no one realises, do they?
It's unbelievable tactics, isn't it?
Do you know? I need someone. I know it's not the Winter Olympics.
No, I could tell you this. Probably I know a lot about.
There's one.
I'll tell you.
No, in the Olympics, not the Winter
Olympics.
Olympics.
I'll tell you. I know a lot about it.
You know the velodrome, the cycling.
Oh, that velodrome, yeah.
Right. I don't know how does it work. You know the one where it's like cat and mouse. You're in front of me and you keep looking behind, and then at some stage they just sprint round. I don't know how you ever win that if you're at the back.
Oh, the team ones.
No, there's me versus you.
Yeah.
You're in front of me.
How many bikes are there?
2.
Yours and mine.
Yes.
And we're not the same country.
No. And you were like going around quite slowly in and out.
Yeah,
and then
it's a race to the finish line.
Yeah. But you start ahead of me.
You know, it doesn't matter. No, they let each other go. Like, go on, you go in front. You stop all the wind hitting me, so you go in front.
Ah, okay.
Then okay, you bit. Okay, I'll go in front of you. And then when it's like ding-a-ling-ling, it's like go. And
no, but when you're on the bike, you're looking back at me.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for you to make a move.
Yeah.
If you go on the outside, I go on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood that.
Well, there you go. Now you do, right? Any questions you've got, by the way, about it? I know everything.
You don't.
Well, you try and find a question about the Olympics throughout today's show and I'll get the answer.
Okay.
Like that, all right?
Why is it 110 metre hurdles and not 100?
There's a simple reason for that. Because of the spacing. No, it is. Because of the hurdles. Because when you it's to do with your stride, that when you go up and you come down...
Yeah, everyone's got a different stride.
No, you would be running 100, less than 100 metres. Now you're running 100 metres because it's 110. The actual hurdles take out the 10 metres.
All right.
Right, let's head back to our chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, now. Oh, my goodness, he's got some breaking transfer news for us. Crookie, double pay in one show.
Would you believe I was planning a day off today? By the way, you two don't half talk some rubbish, but it's very entertaining.
Hold on, what bit don't you agree with?
I've not heard that explanation for the hurdles before.
Google it. If it was 100, if it was 100 metres, the race would be shorter because of the hurdles.
It was very convincing, Andy. Very convincing.
Google it. I'll tell you what, Google it, and then come back on for your 3rd appearance and just apologise. All right.
Anyway, let's get on to more pressing matters, shall we? Breaking news involving Raheem Sterling, the England international, who of course left Chelsea by mutual consent earlier this year. He has now signed for Feyenoord. over in the Netherlands. He signed a contract until the end of the season. I've got some quotes here from Raheem Sterling. He says, as a free agent, for the first time in a long time, I've had the opportunity to control the next step in my career. I wanted to take my time to speak with clubs and their head coaches to better understand the role they envisage for me and ensure I can add real value in this next chapter. Having spoken in great detail with Robin van Persie, who of course is the Feyenoord head coach, I'm confident this is a place I can be happy and establish myself as a valued member of the team. Playing abroad is a whole new challenge for me and one that I'm ready to embrace. And for a bit more background information, I understand Raheem Sterling spoke to 18 different clubs across the top 4 European leagues before making this decision. He believes that Feyenoord are in a very competitive position in the Dutch league. They're second at the moment in the table, likely to achieve Champions League qualification. He's got a good rapport already with Robin van Persie, and he feels this is the best move for him at this time in his career, also from a family perspective, and it gives him the chance to get regular game time. And one of the reasons he's only signed to the end of the season, I think he was conscious after what happened at Chelsea that he didn't want to handcuff himself to a long-term contract at a club in case it doesn't work out. So good luck to him. He's only 31, Raheem Sterling. He's won scores of major honours, and I think we all wish him the best.
Yeah, we do. We do. Crookie, always a pleasure. I think you can legally go down the pub now unless Forest sack another manager before they've even hired him.
Which might happen. You never know.
You never know, do you? You never know. Crookie, always a pleasure. Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
Just a quick word about that. I'm really pleased for Raheem Sterling. I'm glad he's moved out of this country, because if he stayed here, he'd just get pelters from everyone.
Yeah.
And he's better than that. He doesn't deserve that. And so hopefully he'll have a nice, quiet, peaceful life at Feyenoord.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still think he's got something to offer. At Arsenal, it didn't work for him. Like, I watched him pretty much weekly. It just didn't work for him. But you're right. Maybe taking himself out the firing line in this country, because we love to build players up and then just completely knock them down. To see him now go back, maybe play with a smile on his face. Van Persie's obviously shown him a lot of love. So yeah, I hope he gets back to the Raheem Sterling or somewhere. I know he's getting older, but somewhere back to the level.
Just enjoy it.
He was a top player, by the way.
He was.
Top player.
And he's been in the game a long, long time, you know.
From 16 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. I hope he starts enjoying football again.
Me too.
I mean, he might say he never fell out.
Do you think you'll never ever see him in an England shirt again?
Yes, I do think you'll never see him in an England shirt again.
Okay.
Do you?
I don't know.
For what?
I know. I understand that. I mean, if he smashes it in Feyenoord,
where would you play him?
Yeah, it's probably true. Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You never know, but I don't think so.
Wish him all the best, though, anyway.
Yes, we do. Time now for this. A bit early, actually. 6 and 54 minutes early. Thank you. Drive's Premier League review, where we take a look at last night's action on talkSPORT Network. A quick word about each of them. We'll talk about Man City. They beat Fulham 3-0 to move within 3 points of Arsenal. A Man City a bit over-reliant on Haaland is one of the questions. I don't necessarily think that's the question that needs answering, because when he scores, they look great. And his goal last night was excellent. Although it seemed to take forever to get into the corner. But
yeah,
I think Man City, when their team was announced yesterday, I said to you, look at their team.
How strong it is.
Unbelievably strong. And I do think they've got goals. I mean, O'Reilly's goal I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, lovely little dink.
That little dink was brilliant. I think they've got goals all over the pitch.
Yeah, they have. And I mean, I think Semenyo coming in has made a big impact, because now it's taken a little bit of the impetus off Haaland to just score every single week.
Yeah.
But of course, if Haaland's scoring and free scoring and he's in good form, then it's just one less worry for the manager, isn't it? Because there's nothing worse when your centre forward's not scoring and you're not getting goals from elsewhere. It's like, where are the goals coming from? He guarantees you goals. He's one of them strikers like Kane was, and Salah, not this season, but 30 goals in all comps, minimum 30 goals.
Yeah.
And Haaland's on 22, 23 Premier League goals already. So he ain't got to worry about that. He was always going to.
People are still going, you having a good season?
Yeah, he's one of the greatest goal scorers, if not the greatest goal scorer we've ever seen in this country. So I don't think there's an over-reliance on him, but he's always going to get his goals.
Okay. Quick word about the Beachpool derby last night. Saw Sunderland lose their home record this season. They lost 1-0 to Liverpool by, I still see it as an own goal. I don't think it was Virgil van Dijk's, but either way, it was a very close game. Sunderland had lots of chances. Liverpool had a few as well. So it really could have gone either way, but a crucial 3 points for Arne Slot.
Yeah, massive, because we know how tough it is to go there. I just had a feeling, I said to you yesterday, that Liverpool would get a result there. And they played really well, Sunderland, and it was going to take that type of goal to go in like it was scruffy. I think it's probably an own goal as well. But huge result for Arne Slot, going there and winning, because Man City couldn't do it, Arsenal couldn't do it. So fair play to them. Weren't a vintage Liverpool performance, but fair play, 3 points all that matters.
A quick word about Crystal Palace against Burnley. Imagine the person that said, I won't be there for the first half, I'll see in the second half because the first the first half had all 5 goals. How difficult is it for Palace players, Benty, when you're in that dressing room and you know your manager is leaving at the end of the season? Does that come into it?
Not really, because you just think, you know what, we'll just keep playing. I don't think you've got time to sit there after every game or every training session and think, oh, we didn't win today and the manager's leaving. It's something you just deal with, you get on with it. But I think a big positive, although it was brilliant for Scott Parker to get a result.
Yeah.
But from a Palace point of view, the fact that Strand Larson got a couple of goals, his second goal was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
The header.
Really well.
Beautiful header.
I haven't seen that all season.
That's a positive for Crystal Palace.
I agree. Quick word about Burnley. They've still got the likes of Leeds, Forest, Brighton, Wolves to play. Still impossible for the Great Escape, right?
I don't think it's impossible, but if they can keep churning out results and keep winning games, then they give themselves an opportunity. But I still think it's a mountain to climb.
From 5 o'clock, we'll be taking your calls on Thomas Tuchel. He's signed for another 2 years. Is that good or bad? Should we wait and see what he's like at a major tournament? So if you get dialing now, you could have your say. Bang on the hour, 03717223344. And then at 6 o'clock, we're talking Big Ange. And amongst all of that, we're looking ahead to the last Premier League game this week. And it's probably the biggest and certainly the most important one. Because if Arsenal were to lose it, the title is in City's hands. A massive game tonight as Brentford take on Arsenal. But from 5, it's England chat, 03717 223344.
In the 2 high-profile times when I've accused anyone of racism or sexism, a High Court has agreed with me. A parliamentary committee has agreed with me. So, and I've got reams of evidence.
Oh, absolutely.
Of people,
you're talking about Mark Sampson and Joey Barton.
Right, but the point is, I'm not the person.
That's the extreme end of the equation, isn't it?
Right,
what is the point?
No, but
Go on,
my
Eddie.
point is, that's also replicated online. So there's reams and reams of evidence of people online.
But you did it to me. You told me.
for
No,
that
I don't have a
because
problem with it because it's your opinion. You said to me about me that I'm a sexist.
No,
I don't think I am. I think I have a strident opinion. I have a daughter.
I think you pander to an audience.
Yeah, and that in itself could be considered to be something that people would I could be robust in my rejection of it. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it, and I like you should do. I only take the value of a people's opinion from someone whose opinion I respect.
Yeah.
Your opinion isn't relevant to me, and my opinion to some extent shouldn't be relevant to you. And if you are strong in the views that you have, I admire you for having the strength of them. But everything that you seem to portray in life seems to be that every disadvantage that you have is because either you're a woman or because you're black, and it's got nothing to do with your contribution to the equation and the way that people perceive you.
I'll always take responsibility if I think I've done something wrong. I'm the first person to apologise if I think, I shouldn't have said that or that went the wrong way. You can find multiple examples of me apologising, but there is a reality that I do suffer sometimes a disadvantage because people abuse me for my identity. They don't actually focus on, I don't think she's a good person or good pundit because of X, Y, Z. They go into attacking your identity. Those are two different things.
saw him at the train station the other day.
That works on me. Drama talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here. Still to come, we'll be asking why England have given Thomas Tuchel another 2 years. Just quickly, Jude Bellingham is reportedly to be out until April. 8. So hardly any game. What, 5 games? I think, and then a couple of England ones.
Hey, Jude.
Right, time now for this.
Objection! Sustained. I sentence you to a lifetime of supporting United. Football Court is now in session with Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Nothing wrong with Lifetime United. Right, time now for Order in the Court. We welcome Lewis Richards from our friends at Paddy Power to this week's Judge Paddy, who's here to rule on a topic that Benny and I are going to debate. Judge Paddy, Lewis, how are you?
I am very well. How are you?
I'm good, man. You had a haircut?
Good. Still no haircut, just a load of gel. I will go. Listen, I hear that you can answer any question on the Olympics.
Yes, that is a claim to fame of mine. Yeah, I know the Winter and the Summer Olympics inside out. Fire away.
Diving, right?
Driving? That's not an Olympic sport. You've made an absolute fool of yourself.
Diving.
There's no need for
diving.
that. Yeah.
The little flannel that they take up to the platform with them. You see them up there with it. They touch their legs with it. One, they chuck it down.
Yep.
Then they dive.
Yep.
Then they go in the jacuzzi. They take it in there. So soak it wet, right? What is the point of it?
Dry them.
How though? They go in that little jacuzzi bubble thing, and they take it as soaking. How can they possibly dry themselves with it?
You're not. It's called a chamois. You're not allowed to take a big towel with you. It's considered an unfair advantage.
There you go.
All right.
I don't think it works.
I didn't say it'd be right or wrong. I'm just telling you the reason behind it. Right, Benny and I have got 45 seconds each to make our cases, present our evidence. You're going to judge us on our knowledge. That's delivering anything else. What are we talking about this week?
Today, we are asking, who would you pick to steer Tottenham away from the dangerous position they currently find themselves in?
All right. DB, first or second?
I was first last time.
All right. Lewis?
That is true, yeah. We'll go with you.
Okay.
We'll go with you first.
My 45 second on who could save Tottenham begins now.
Court is now in session, and it's already wildly unprofessional.
Well, I don't think getting in a caretaker manager till the season's going to work, because I think that could divide the fans. I think you've got to bring someone in now that the fans get excited about. I think you need a manager that's a much smaller club, but you've seen signs of, he could be a good manager. Kieran McKenna, right? Who not really achieved anything since he's been at that tiny little East Anglian club. But I think Kieran McKenna will be ideal. He's been knocking on the door of a proper big club for a long, long time. He needs to move away from a mid-table championship side, have a chance of winning trophies. And I think Kieran McKenna will be an excellent plus for Tottenham. He knows what it's like to look after average players, so he'll be used to the Tottenham squad. He knows what it's like to be playing in front of a small...
That is so disrespectful. Hey, Lewis, that is so... Hey, you can't be happy with that. Boo, see? They're booing him. They're booing him.
Jack, no favouritism on the show.
No, they're booing him.
Okay,
listen, I thought he was going to go completely left field and say someone like Zidane or something that they would never be able to get.
No,
but,
I'm realistic. Kieran McKenna will be unbelievable for Spurs.
He's only done that, though, Lewis, out of spite for our producers and myself.
No.
Yeah, he did.
Well, Tottenham are a bigger club, and he deserves better, so why is it out
You
of spite?
hate him.
Who?
Kieran McKenna.
I hate your club because of you. They are a bigger club, Joe, you plonker.
It's not the worst yet. Currently 22-1 in the betting.
Thank you. Thank you. Bentley, your 45 seconds on a team you used to play for. Begin now.
All rise for the Honourable Judge Paddy.
Well, Judge, I believe Gareth Southgate's the man to come in and save Spurs, because I just think, I know people will allude to his managerial role at Middlesbrough, where maybe it didn't go as well. I mean, 151 games in charge, only won 47 of those, but he then got the big job, which was England. And there's no more high-pressure jobs than managing your country. And I think we'd all agree that he did a wonderful job, where everyone in this country's got an opinion on the team he picks, the players he selects. I think he dealt with it really well. Got them to 2 finals. He stabilised everything. He created that nice chemistry between the fans, the press, the players. He united everyone. And I think one thing Spurs need right now is uniting. And I think Gareth Southgate's done it before. And because he's done England, he won't phase down to Tottenham. So I think Gareth Southgate is the right man to take over at Spurs.
Order!
Yeah, I'd give you that, just the fact it finished when it finished. Right, Judge Paddy, you've heard both. Who do you think's the best?
The amount of heckling that Benny had to deal with during that was disgraceful from you. I could hear it in the background. But I'm going to give it a bet 25-1 for Gareth Southgate. I'm going to give it a Benny. I think he's right. I personally think Southgate's one of, if not the best England manager. I know
he's not better than Alf Ramsey. He won the World Cup.
Well, this is true. That's why I said one of. But
and then you meant if not the best.
in today's world, getting too far. I know he lost them both, but yeah, name any other England men that got us that far. Oh, I think it'd be
Sir Alf Ramsey.
brilliant. If it.
Sir Alf Ramsey.
Why do you keep heckling him?
Well, just, come on, you're better than that, Lewis.
So, all right, one of. There
Okay, I'll give you one of yeah.
One of the best.
Lewis, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to speak to you in court.
Thank you, gents. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You too,
See
man.
you
Thanks
soon.
for coming on. What a superstar.
2 weeks in a row. Wow.
One of our faves. There you go, the wonderful Lewis Richards. There's going to be another debate in front of Judge Paddy, next week. 80plusgambleware.org.
Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Go on, Kieran McKenna. Go to a proper club. Right, when we come back, we'll be talking about the New England manager, not the old one, who Bent's just been alluding to, but the new one, Thomas Tuchel, has got 2 more years yet to see him at a major tournament, and we've given him a contract extension. Is that good or bad? 03717 223344. You decide.
Mo, what happened yesterday?
Andy.
What happened yesterday?
Andy, listen.
What happened?
Andy, listen.
Mo, what happened?
Listen. We still gotta go. We still can do the double candy. The cups.
Now, what happened yesterday though? What happened yesterday?
To win.
Mo, what happened yesterday?
Yes, what is on? Listen, yesterday's game, like I said, I don't want to talk about it, Candy.
No, I didn't want to talk about it. No, that's what we're talking about.
What is on? Listen, we're not talking about that. We're going to talk about tomorrow's match.
No. Here's what we're talking about. What happened yesterday?
Candy.
Yep.
Candy.
Yep.
Come on, Candy.
Listen, what happened yesterday?
Candy, listen.
Yeah, what happened yesterday, man?
I've said this all the time to you, every single time. I keep repeating myself. Liverpool have been done by VAR so many times, it's unreal.
You lost 2-1.
The referee was shocking, Candy.
You lost 2-1.
And do you know what? Candy? Yesterday, it wasn't a surprise to me. It wasn't a surprise. I mean, our team turned up in the second half. We were just absolutely superb. The boys were absolutely superb.
You conceded 2 goals.
Candy, what are you on about now? Candy.
Mo, you conceded 2.
Listen, Jimmy G, you can't say anything, yeah? you cannot talk. You've got no room to talk.
You can't be blaming VAR, mate. You can't be blaming VAR.
Jimmy G, listen, your captain got sent off. He just done it deliberately.
talkSPORT understands Vitor Pereira has agreed to become Nottingham Forest's new head coach. The two parties are negotiating final details. We're told Pereira's exit terms with Wolves won't be an issue. Elsewhere, Thomas Tuchel says he did not hesitate to sign a new England deal till the end of the 2028 Euros.
Support is great. Support will be even greater once we arrive in the big tournaments. It's just an amazing opportunity, and we will put all the effort in to make everyone proud.
Tuchel has also called the England role his dream job. Meanwhile, the FA is looking looking into Sir Jim Ratcliffe's comments that the UK has been colonised by immigrants. But Simon Jordan says the FA should not be getting involved.
He is a free individual. He may well be the part shareholder of Man United, and I don't agree with his choice of words. But the fact of the matter is, he is allowed to say or have an opinion.
Well, Ratcliffe has since apologised that his choice of language may have offended some people. Thomas Partey has been charged with 2 further counts of rape against a new alleged victim. The former Arsenal midfielder had already been charged with 5 counts of rape against 2 women and sexually assaulting a 3rd woman last summer. The new charges relate to a separate report made in August following a police investigation into allegations of rape in 2020. Partey has previously denied all charges against him. The IOC spokesperson Mark Adams has explained more details about the banning of a Ukrainian skeleton pilot at the Winter Olympics.
We dearly wanted him to compete. We were happy to provide him with a number of occasions to express his grief. Athletes themselves have asked for a safe space to compete, and this is what we have done. It's not about his message.
Vladislav Heriskevich refused to stop wearing a crash helmet covered in pictures of athletes killed during Russia's invasion. And Gregor Townsend has made several changes for the Calcutta Cup. Grant Gilchrist and Ewan Ashman are dropped. Glasgow's Nathan Macbeth makes his first Six Nations start, with Gregor Brown coming into the second row. Jamie Ritchie returns at 6 and Matt Fagerson moved to the bench.
Well, Matt, to round number 2, drive time. It's talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, everyone's favourite, and Darren Bent.
You can find me in the club.
What's that?
That's Cundy. You can find me in the club.
Bottle full of bub.
Bottle full of bub. Still to come, we'll be reacting to Big Ange Postecoglou's explosive, and some would say embarrassing comments about Spurs. He's a joke, that fella.
Just to be our mate.
He's a joke. Embarrassing he is. But now it's 2 more years of Thomas Tuchel.
That is the end of the night, and it's another job extremely well done by England. A 5-0 win in Latvia. That cements their place in the 2026 World Cup.
Proud of the players, what they did. We're proud of what we achieved together. It was 3 amazing camps.
I think at this level you need to be a proven winner. Yeah, and Tuchel is a proven winner.
And Kane's got it this time and fires it in.
You look at someone like Tuchel, we know that he's got a lot of self-belief in himself as a person, but also as a tactician, his ability to make changes. And I think that's what England are going to need in what will be a difficult World Cup.
Phil Foden. Here's Eza. That seals it. Wonderful goal from Eberechi Eza.
When we play a France, a Spain or an Argentina at that back end of the tournament, we're going to have to play a pragmatic style of football, and I think Thomas Tuchel's brilliant at that.
A 7th successive World Cup, a 9th successive major tournament.
One day it's going to change, you know. One day they're going to win the World Cup.
Yes, originally Thomas Tuchel's contract was set to end after the World Cup, which had a few clubs potentially sniffing about, including Man United. However, Thomas Tuchel will be in charge of the Three Lions until the end of the Euros in 2028. Let's hear from Thomas Tuchel now, speaking to the FA on his extended stay.
It's amazing. I mean, the feedback on a daily basis when you go food shopping, or you have a coffee, and cab drivers and like just fans on the street like push you, and I mean, I was Chelsea coach at the time when the Euros were played in different countries, and it was of course also played in Wembley Stadium, and I felt the excitement in the country, and it felt so different from what I experienced. Felt almost like in my childhood days. Everyone was excited, everyone was rooting for the team, everyone was pushing, and it was such a positive vibe in the country. And I remember calling my manager and telling him about that, and I said, "Wow, this is my dream. I wanna win as many titles as possible with Chelsea, and then let's try to become English national coach." And he answered along the lines like, "Yeah, it's nice. I know how much you love it. This will not happen. That's not very likely to happen." And I'm very sure that he was wrong, and we could prove him wrong. And yeah.
I'm a big fan of Thomas Tuchel. I think he's going to do absolutely brilliantly as England manager. I've got us down to win the World Cup. I know I could be wrong, but I just think effectively, you and I were talking about this earlier on, effectively he's been brought in to win one game.
Okay, yeah.
And that game is the final of the World Cup, right? Because Gareth Southgate got us there, but just could never get us over the line.
Well, 2 Euros, yeah.
I think he is the difference. If you look at his qualifying, was it 8 matches? We haven't conceded 1 goal. I mean, it's so far, it's just faultless. I know people go, how can you extend his contract? We've not seen him in a major comp. I don't need to see him in a major comp for 2 reasons. 1, I think he's the right man.
Yeah.
And 2, who else is there? You ain't going to find anyone that's better than him.
No.
You might get someone the same, but not better than him. I think, well done. I applaud the FA. You know, usually I'm coming on here lambasting them, having a pop at the FA going, the PR for this and the PR for that was terrible. I think they've done the right thing and extended the deal.
Yeah, listen, he's a top quality manager, like tournament manager. I remember when he first got the job and a couple of performances, the Albania, Latvia, Andorra, maybe people were like, oh, and then they got beat by Senegal, and then the 2-0 after that, and everyone was like, what's going on here? I genuinely think it changed, and people's perception changed when we went to Serbia, where people said, oh my goodness, this is going to be so tough for so many reasons, and we beat them 5-0 away from home. Everyone went, oh, okay. And then from then it's been better. Beat Wales 3-0, beat Latvia away 5-0. I know it's the opposition we're playing against the Latvias and the Albanians, I understand that. But it was a Serbia away where people went, okay, this is what he's trying to do. And it was always going to take a bit of time. But I agree with you. I think if England have got a chance of winning the World Cup, he will be the difference. I still don't make them favourites. I still think there are better footballing nations out there, which is why I don't think they'll win it, but I think they'll get close. But yeah, for the FA, that's a win. For him, it surprises me that he would choose to sign it now because, let's be honest, after that initial contract was over, which is just after the World Cup, he's probably got the pick of where he could go, really, in terms of club football. Like Manchester United obviously have been hovering, huge football club. And who knows at that time as well what other jobs would have come up by then. So the fact that he's opted to go, do you know what? No, I'm happy with the FA. I want to see this team through to the World Cup and through to the Euros. I think it's a win for the FA, and I think it's a win for English football.
Maybe he just doesn't want day-to-day football, right? You know, the pressures you get as a Premier League manager every single day. You've got press conferences, you've got training. You're just, the spotlight is on you all the time, right? The spotlight is only on him when there's either a friendly, when there's in a normal international, or a major comp, the Euros or the World Cup.
Do you know, it is right, but I also wonder as well, because he's not English, right, he doesn't feel like Gareth Southgate would have felt everything. Because he's English, he's played for the national team, he's suffered heartbreak with the national team in terms of not only as a manager, but when he missed the penalty. So he's been through so much with the England national team that when he was in charge,
almost desperate.
Like, yeah, he would have felt it. He would have felt everything. So even though he's not doing the day-to-day stuff, it would have felt day-to-day for Gareth Southgate because everyone's got an opinion.
That's true. I
just wonder if maybe Thomas Tuchel's a little bit, because he's a little bit away from it because I don't know where he's based. Like, I don't know where his family are based. I don't know if he lives here or lives in Germany. I'm not sure. But because he's not English, I just wonder if he feels it as much. Of course, I think you're right. He cares as much, and he wants to win. Because I mean, if he was to win England the World Cup, I mean, it'd be nice. He'd go down as an absolute. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'd never have to buy a drink again. But I just wonder.
I don't think that's one of his worries.
No, do you know what I mean? But do you know what I'm saying though? Like, if he was to win it, but for him, maybe he just doesn't. He's not as close to it as Gareth was.
Yeah, I agree with you. I also think with Thomas Tuchel that he's the type of manager where previously, if you've got, I mean, you could argue our most important player is Harry Kane, right? For 2 reasons: 1, he's one of the best number 9s in world football, and 2, we don't really have a backup.
No,
right?
We've got a number of backups, but we don't know.
But no one, you go, it's definitely him next.
Yeah.
So, like we do for argument's sake in that 10 role. If it's not Bellingham, you go, well, stick Cole Palmer in there. You know, it's simple. Phil Foden. But with Thomas Tuchel, I just feel that he's so knowledgeable about the game that if, God forbid, we had an injury to Harry Kane, I wouldn't panic. I would just be thinking, he knows what to do. He'll maybe play a false 9, or maybe play Ollie Watkins there, maybe he'll play like Bellingham up top and play for... It wouldn't panic me as much because I believe in him and I trust him. And I can't remember the last time I had that with an England manager.
Well, do you know, it will be interesting to see what he's going to do, because he gave us that, obviously, small sample size when he played the false nine with Foden and Bellingham almost on that pivot in terms of one was going high, one was dropping in and vice versa. So I do wonder if you sat down with him quietly, and maybe Angelina can ask him later, who he would see as his perceived backup to Harry Kane. Because no one, really, out of all the options we've got, I mean, Calvert-Lewin's probably in the best form right now. You'd probably say out of all of them. Watkins at the minute isn't the Watkins we've seen previously. Solanke's only just come back, but he's doing okay. Yeah,
but there's not a definitive answer.
There's not one you'd go, it's definitely him.
No. Like that number 10 role.
Yes, exactly. So I just wonder quietly what he's thinking in terms of where he sees the team. Does he feel it's more beneficial for England if maybe he only takes one number 9 in Harry Kane and then plays like Rashford Campbell up there, but he has Rashford, Foden, Palmer, Saka, Bellingham, Bowen, Eze. So he's got like 7 guys that can play 10. I mean, Bowen's maybe not, and Saka.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Like,
options.
Yeah, 5 10s.
It wouldn't panic you, would it?
No.
With this manager?
No, 5 10s where he goes, all right, one of them could play if I needed to. So I wonder what he's going to do.
What do you think minimum requirement in his mind, not ours, in his mind is? Because we're all saying, we need to win it, which is a little bit unrealistic because other big major countries, France obviously being one of them, will be thinking, well, we're going to win it, right? It's very difficult. Only one, obviously, team can win the World Cup. But from your perspective, what do you think he's thinking he has to achieve?
Well, I mean, he'll know that what Gareth done, and not World Cup, Euros, he got to 2 finals, right? World Cup, he didn't. But he'll be thinking, if I get to the final, can I get that one step further? But I think in his head, he'll be thinking, right, first and foremost, minimum requirement, semi-final. Got to get to the semi.
So if all things work out and we top the group, we should have Brazil in the quarters. Now, it's not the Brazil of the 70s or even the 90s.
Or the 2000s.
Yeah, it's a totally different Brazil. You look at their forward line, they don't know who it's going to be.
No.
And it might be Richarlison. It's a bit like,
Yeah, João Pedro or...
Yeah, they're certainly not the Brazil of old.
Yeah.
So if we were to lose to Brazil in the quarters, would you look at that and go, we should be beating them? Or would you go, well, hold on, it is in a sort of hotter climate.
That's my only
different
concern.
Continent.
That's the concern, is that I think, player for player, I think we're better than Brazil. Like, I know it sounds crazy because you know how much I love Brazil, but you're right. If we were like 2002, when there were some donuts that were out there going, we should beat Brazil, I was going, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like, have you seen
even their front three alone tells you we shouldn't get near it.
Are you crazy? Like, how are we supposed to beat them? Right? This Brazil side, all of a sudden now, they're just not. They're not the same. They're
Brazil in name.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, and the uniform, the kit. Yeah. But in terms of the players, they've got some still world class players, but not to the level. England, I think, have just got a collective. I think the squad's thicker, deeper, but the climate's going to play its part for sure because it's going to be hot. I know there's going to be drinks breaks. There's going to have to be, but I just think my only thing, sorry, to kind of go back again, is that a lot of the Brazilians play in Europe. Now I know that it might make a difference. I don't think it'll make a difference. No. No.
Oh, well, listen,
it's the climate.
Yeah, let's put it out there to you, the football fan, the England fan. 2 more years for Thomas Tuchel. Bent, is it good or bad?
Good.
I say
unbelievable. It can't be bad.
I agree with you. Anyone got a problem with that? 03717. No, I'm asking them. That's how I go up and then go into a break. Anyone got a question? And then they go, that must be me.
Go again.
Anyone got a question with that? That's for you, that one.
No, I've got no answer for that.
Have you? That's them. 03717 22 3344. If you have, or if you haven't, dial that number. You could be next.
Legendary retired referee Dermot Gallagher joins us here on the show. How are we, Dermot?
Hi, Majestic. Hi, Al.
Listen, let's just get your thoughts off that straight off the bat. We don't want to ask you no questions. You're the ref. Tell us what you saw.
I have to say, I get what Alan says, and I think lots and lots of people will say, give the goal. It keeps 11 against 11. It keeps everybody happy. But when you look at it, there's no doubt whatsoever Szoboszlai is fouled, and by Haaland fouling him, he will argue that stopped him clearing the ball off the line. But you go back, the only reason Szoboszlai gets that far back is because he actually hauls Haaland back. That's the first foul. So I don't think I think Craig has tried to play advantage because he thinks it'll be a goal.
Definitely, Dermot. He's played advantage,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's played advantage, and bear in mind, Al, that he can always bring that back if it goes wrong. So
but if you go to the second part, right,
Yeah.
where Haaland fouls him,
Mm.
right, but the ball's gone in the net. So why didn't he play advantage there as well?
Well, he can't play an advantage for foul on Szoboszlai, can he? Because if the ball's in the net, the game, it's terminated, isn't it? That moves over. But if you actually look, that ball's not in the net when he pulls Szoboszlai back. And the problem there, Al, is that once
Don't you think he see that, Dermot? Don't you think he see the first incident, right? And he's played on.
Yeah.
He's seen the second incident. He must have seen it. It was fairly obvious. And he still give a goal. That was the on-field decision, wasn't it?
The on-field decision was goal. That's correct. So all I can presume is he hasn't picked up the foul on Szoboszlai.
No, I don't see that. I think what's happened is VAR or the official in the VAR room has picked up the second incident and said to him, "You really need to go and look at that again," because more or less underlining it, saying this is a sending off situation here, or you need to sort of re-look at this whole thing. But I think in real time he's looking at that all unfold. The ball's going towards the net.
Yeah.
Driving talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is here, still to come. We'll turn our attentions to boxing. Kell Brook will be joining us. Apparently he wants to fight Chris Eubank Jr.
I'm not going to lie, I still watch his fight against Amir Khan. Still gives me jokes, that fight.
Yeah. He's been out of the ring, 4 years?
Yeah, but he's ripped when he gets back into shape, though.
Nah, mate, 4 years.
Who wins that fight?
Oh, Eubank Jr.
No, I'm going Kell Brook.
Yeah, he's smaller and he hasn't fought for 4 years.
Well, I bet. And when it comes to...
I'll have a lot of money with you.
Make sure when he comes on early, you say that you don't back him to beat him. There you go.
All right.
You heard him, Joe. It's even...
Hold on. Well, you say that like usually I'm scared.
Yeah, we'll see when he come on.
All right. I'm in business today, DB. Hurt me. Just quickly, 4 minutes before striker Darren Nunez has been left out of the Al Hilal squad for the Saudi Pro League. We're taking your calls and all things that scare you, isn't it? You didn't know what's happening, did you?
Oh.
All right. Go see
me soon, Barber.
No, well, not for a long time. Not at least till the 21st. We're taking your calls on all things Thomas Tuchel and his contract extension. Is it a good or bad thing? I mean, it can only be a good thing, surely, can't it, Jake?
I agree. I think the FA have got it right this time. I think the next 2 years, while United jobs on the offering as well, puts any rumours to bed. Also, the players, you have to play some Euros as well. So think it's a smart move for a change by the FA.
Does it matter? Some of the negative comments, there aren't many, if I'm being honest, but some of them are like, how can you extend his deal when you've not seen him at a major tournament? Does that matter yet?
Not really, no. I think there'll be rumours anyway, but I think he's got it right. I think Benny was right when he said about the Serbia game. I think that showed you what he's about, and he does bring a sense of calm, which you didn't always have with England before. But they won't win it. They'll let us down at the last, like they always do.
Why are you so negative?
Because, like you, Andy, when has England ever not let you down?
It's going to be different this time. I feel it in my fingers.
Wait, what is it? Is it simply because you got Tuchel?
Yeah, it is. And I think you look at the different positions that are important, the spine of that team. I think that if we were to play Declan, Bellingham and Palmer with Harry Kane up top, I don't think there's a better four in world football.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Listen, is this your opinion?
Yeah. Is it yours?
No, I think France would probably have something to say about that. But
Who's their four?
Well, okay, Mbappe.
Yeah, I know that.
But why's your phone was ringing?
Go on, carry on. Don't let that stop you.
Camavinga.
Right.
What do you mean? Right.
Yeah, go on. None of the other two.
Tchouameni's decent.
Decent. We've got the four
Mate,
best.
They got...
Right, Bellingham, probably the best 10 in the world, or there or thereabouts.
Okay.
Kane, without a doubt, the best number 9 on the planet.
And I'll take Mbappe.
Declan Rice, what a player.
Okay, incredible.
Cole Palmer on his day, unbelievable.
Okay, but France... When you talk about
So
four...
negative.
No, France have got Mbappe, Dembele... Sorry. Ballon d'Or winner. Elise, Bayern...
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, they're good players, but they're not... I've just named four. They're unbelievable.
I've named a Ballon d'Or winner.
Well done.
And and a World Cup...
I'm naming two future Ballon d'Or
and a couple of World Cup winners.
I'm naming two future...
Give me a World Cup winner in there.
Oh, you're dissing England.
I'm not, but you're trying to poo-poo France.
You're like Jim Ratcliffe, you are.
Hey, you're trying to poo-poo France.
Let's go over to Dan. He's a Barnsley fan. Hello, Dan.
Hello, lads. How we doing? You all right?
Good, man. How are you?
Not bad, thank you. So I agree with both of you regarding Thomas Tuchel. It's great that he's been offered a contract, until the end of the Euros. I like, and I think you touched on this as well, Andy, I like the fact that he's German and therefore he's grown up German. He's never wanted England to win the World Cup growing up or the Euros, but now he wants to win the World Cup with England because it's his job. That's his passion project. It's like in club football. I've never liked in club football fans managing the clubs, and so as a result of that, I know there's a lot of international managers, they manage their home nations, of course, but I like it when foreign managers manage, like Rafa Benitez. Where was he? He was at Belgium. I like it. I think it's great.
No, listen, it's good. I mean, listen, that's not going to everyone. I mean, someone's put here, Ross, I'll read it. He's put, do we really want a German winning a major trophy for our beloved nation?
I'll answer that. Yes.
Yes, I mean...
What a stupid question. I don't get that.
Me neither.
I mean, the opposite of that is no. Why would we say no, we don't want that?
I know, I don't get it either.
Let's go to Harry, a Chelsea fan. H?
Hello, boys. How are we?
Good, man.
Good,
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to say, Tuchel won a Champions League with Havertz, Werner and Mount as his front three.
Yeah.
I think that says it. That says enough. Imagine what he's going to do with Kane, Saka, Rodgers, Rashford, and then all the lot behind him. Like, I think we'll walk it. I think giving him the extension. I think giving him the extension is perfect. Like, I spoke to you boys about England when the first international break, and you weren't really there with it at Goldstein. I remember you saying, "I'm not really excited by it. I'm a
That's
bit
right.
down."
It was exactly what I said.
But that Serbia game, I think that changed a lot of people's minds. I think they kind of seen what he could do there against a decent side and thought, right, here we go. I just love him for what he did at Chelsea, and I think when he got the England job, I don't think anyone was more happy than me. I was telling everyone we're going to win it.
Was he more happy
to
than you?
To be fair, he probably was just a bit though. Not that much.
What about your current manager? What do you make of him?
I had a conversation with you about him a couple of weeks ago. You asked me if I wanted him or Southgate, and I was saying, look, I was happy he got the job. People had to get behind him.
Okay.
And I think he's doing a good job.
Yeah,
I mean, we've lost arguably the best team in Europe twice, so it's nothing to be sad about at all. We're doing all right.
Okay. Well, good call. Harry, always a pleasure, man. Have a good day.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks, pal. Good calls.
Great calls.
Always great calls on our show. Still to come, Kel Brook will be joining us on his emotional return to the
Can't wait till you tell him that. You think you get beat by Eubanks, you know?
I will say that, because I'm an honest man.
Okay, fair enough. Don't because I'm
about you, shy.
Nah, I'm bringing it up then. Know about that.
No, I'll just say it. Trust me.
Right.
You don't need to bring it up because that's like grassing. I'll bring it up. All right? Okay, you got something to say, you can. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, my friend. Right, it's time for No Googling, and it's a Valentine's special on talkSPORT with Moonpig.
No Googling, Valentine's special on talkSPORT with Moonpig. Save Valentine's with Moonpig. Flowers and a personalised card for under £20, delivered in time. Terms and conditions apply.
What? I need to send Mrs. G to. I wonder if Moonpig got the old black card for me. Good sponsor, by the way, on board. Like that. I like a bit of Moonpig. Of course, February is the month of love. Thanks to Valentine's Day. So we want to know which player has scored the most Premier League goals in February. That's Feb.
It's a great question.
With a U. And airy. Which
What?
Which Premier League player has scored the most goals in the month of February? The answer to that is coming up in just a moment. That was No Googling. Yeah, Benny. The Valentine's special with our friends at Moonpig. Everyone deserves a Moonpig.
Did you think that the Super Bowl would get such a thumping up against the Premier League offering of Liverpool-Manchester City? I thought it would be much, much closer. You're talking about a difference of 500 million.
You are. But you're talking about, I mean, I've had this argument with Brian T. Smith, who comes in here, who I very much like, and makes the case that the Champions League final, I'd say, dwarfs the Super Bowl, and he makes his argument about scale. It makes my argument. Of course it makes my argument. But then you have to look back underneath it and say, this is a worldwide global audience that's watching the Premier League, watching arguably the biggest game in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And you've got multitude of broadcast deals around the world for a global sport. Ostensibly, despite inroads into various countries where you've had the NFL on tour and it's made its way into Germany and it's made its way into Poland and it's made its way into the UK, it's a North American sport. And so I'd be fascinated to see, outside of the North American broadcasting numbers, how many of the 220 million people that watched it were outside of North America.
Yeah.
Because I'm willing to wager you that well, clearly it's obvious because the population of this country is only 70 million, that 90%, 95% of the people that watched the Premier League game between Liverpool and Man City was around the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And when the NFL gets its act together, which it's trying to do, and makes this a global sport, and makes it a participation sport and a viewing sport in all the four-flung corners of the globe, it'll have numbers that are substantial. And 220 million people watching it. If I'm right in my thinking, 90% of that will be in North America. That's 50% of the population of America, North America, watching a sports contest.
We understand Thomas Tuchel has agreed to extend his England contract till the 2028 Euros. The German's initial deal expired this summer, and Adrian Durham reckons an extension would avoid unnecessary speculation about Tuchel's future.
If you go into the World Cup with his future not tied down, with him not knowing what he's doing straight after the World Cup, is there potential there that he could be having conversations through his agent or directly with clubs?
The Forest hierarchy have wished Sean Dyche the best of luck for the future after sacking him. talkSPORT's Max Scott has sympathy with Dyche, whose reign lasted just 114 days.
There's been a lot of chaos at the club, particularly the arrival of Edu, who spent 180 million on sort of players that have had zero impact on the first team.
Elsewhere, Pep Guardiola says Erling Haaland has a niggle. He came off at half-time during City's win over Fulham. On the red side of Manchester, Sir Jim Ratcliffe claims his unpopular choices at Man United are now paying off. He sacked 2 managers and laid off dozens of staff. And at the Winter Olympics, Ukrainian skeleton pilot Vladislav Hereskevich has been banned from competing after continuing to wear a helmet covered in pictures of athletes killed during Russia's invasion. Hereskevich says this is the price of our dignity.
Honestly, you're a disgrace.
Can't feel myself, I don't want no help. Tuning up, Ugo Monye's listening to the show. Just been speaking to the legend that is.
How was Ugo?
Ugo's good, man. I've asked him to get me free tickets for the rugby, England-Ireland. The boy's struggling.
Is he?
Yeah, I thought if he can't get him, no one can.
He'll come.
He won't let me down, will he?
Never. Look at this. What? Yeah. Sorry. Look at this sport. Please tell me the benefits of the sport.
What's that called? Toboggan?
Why are they?
Oh, they're on the backside. We're going round.
No, there's 2 of them on there.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be the one on top or the one on the bottom. Can I ask, because we've not done it this way, is there a stab into this, producer Joe, or just the outro? Okay, fine, there isn't one. Before the break, I asked the question, and it was, which player scored the most Premier League goals in the month of February?
Kane.
He's third with 22.
Rooney.
He's top with 26. Who's in the middle?
Shearer.
24. Well done. That was No Googling, a Valentine's special with our friends at Moonpig. Everyone deserves a Moonpig.
No Googling, Valentine's special on talkSPORT with Moonpig. Save Valentine's with Moonpig. Flowers and a personalised card for under £20 delivered in time. Terms and conditions apply.
Let me ask you this, right? So we're watching the Winter Olympics and it's the sport. Is it the luge? I don't know what that is, but luge, right? And there's effectively one person on a dustbin lid and then there's someone lying on top of him.
Yeah.
And then they go around together. If that was me and you, would you want to be on top or on bottom?
I mean, listen.
No, I'm serious. Why is that? Why can't you answer that?
I'm not answering that.
What's wrong with that?
No.
Why? I'd
like to lie on that on my own. There you go.
No, you can't.
Look at this.
Oh,
knee.
Smashed into the wall. Sorry, I can't. I can only see one. Where's the other fella? Mate, it's only one of them.
Yeah, because that's you're looking at the wrong sport. The other one was 2 people on it.
Okay, well, you got to choose.
No, there's 2 on that one.
There ain't.
How much should it be? Look at the legs underneath. See?
I think they're comedy legs. I don't think that's real. Come on, you got to choose.
No.
You got to choose one. Why is that? Okay, it's you and Joe.
You got Kelbrooker?
No. He's not. He's bottled it, Kelbrook. Yeah, he heard about what I was going to say. Why can't?
No, I need to think about it.
Well, I was thinking about it now. So you're either laying on top of me, or I'm laying on top of you.
Joe,
it's a sport. Why is that such a difficult question?
I'm not quite sure yet. I said on my own.
Think about it now. Think about it out loud. No. I'll be wriggling about. Right. Oh, we haven't got Kelbrook. Hold on. No. We've got nothing there. We've got some callers, have we? Why don't we ask them? Moose, I'll speak to you after the show. I'm on air.
No worries.
All right, man. Let's go back and talk England, shall we? John is a Newcastle fan. Hello, John.
Hello, mate.
John, if you were doing the luge with Benty, would you want Benty under you or on top of you?
That's a difficult one, especially after hearing your Valentine's voice.
Which one would you like?
Nah, see, hey, listen, John. Okay, John, you ain't got to answer that.
Let me ask you this, John. If you were doing the luge with either me or Benty, who would you choose?
Benty.
Okay, and where would you want Benty on?
Nah, John, don't worry about it,
below
mate.
You. John, it's just a sport question.
No, it's not.
All right, what would you choose?
No, John, what do you want to say then, mate? About Thomas Tuchel?
Do you want to
great job that.
On Benty or under Benty? Which one?
Sideways. Why not?
Top and tail. Right. Would you like to do that with Thomas Tuchel?
Well, not with the Germans, I don't think.
Okay, go on. Where are you on this? I mean, I don't think I'm going to get a bad call today about Thomas Tuchel extending his deal for 2 years. Do you?
No, don't think it's a bad thing. If anything has shown us, I think, with England over a number of years, if we go back to the Beckham's era, the Scholes era, all of them, it's the players that do the performance. And I feel like it doesn't matter what manager's in, as long as there's a bit of stability, we're going to perform how the team is going to perform. You know, back then we had worldies that just couldn't, put anything together. It didn't matter what manager we brought in. Gareth did a great job with England, with sort of the new generation that's come through. And I think Tuchel will just continue that on. And I wouldn't be surprised if we are reaching semi-finals and finals even with him. But I don't think it matters. So stability, 2-year contract, not a bad thing.
Okay.
It's a really good call.
You know what my problem is with the luge, right? I'm looking at it now.
What?
No, I'm looking at it now. Hold on. It's Winter Olympics. We're talking sport. Mm-hmm. There would have been a day where it was just traditional for one person to do it.
Yeah.
And one day someone's gone, why don't you come with me?
Yeah.
Surely that person went, that's a bit weird.
Also, they start with one. So where does the second one come from? How does he get on?
Halfway through, he jumps on it. He's got to land.
Do you know what I mean?
It can't be the same one, Bentley.
Mate, there's
I'm telling you now, he doesn't start with one and finish with two.
Look.
There's no way that fella, there'll be 4 legs in a minute.
Right, you'll see.
It can't happen. It just can't happen. Let's speak to Alex, who's a Chelsea fan. Hi, Alex.
Yeah, hi guys, how's it going?
Are you familiar with the luge?
No, I've just been hearing that. I'm hearing lose.
No, luge. Oh, the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. You know where you go around on the ice track really quickly?
Oh, is that called luge?
Yeah. Okay. So if you had to...
yeah. I thought that's some form of skiing.
No, I don't think so. But if you had to... It's like you're lying on your back, right, on like effectively a big dustbin lid, and you're going around it about 300 miles an hour.
Why do you keep saying a dustbin lid? It's not. It's like a bath with like skis on the bottom.
Okay, a bath with skis on the bottom. If you've got to have either me or Benty under you...
Oh, my God. What, honestly.
No, as a teammate, who would you choose?
Honestly.
No comment.
Why can't I don't get why people can't...
Listen, it's a very personal question, that.
Why?
About the loo. What's it called again?
I'll tell you what, if I was on top of you, Benny, when we come out to corners, I'm going to tense up.
Joe.
What would you like to say?
I can't wait with
this. It's just Winter
I'd rather
Olympics.
stick to football, though.
It's just Winter Olympics. Don't be frightened of it. All right?
All right.
Wait till we talk about skiing. Right, Alex, what would you like to say?
Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. So with Thomas Tuchel, I think I just probably similar to what your caller before was saying. I think I'm glad he's staying on. I think as an England manager, it's hard to build connection and connectivity with the players. So getting rid of him after the World Cup, you'd have to find another manager who's not as good as Tuchel probably and rebuild that connection again. So I'm glad he's staying on because keeping him for 8 months for me would be a bit pointless.
Yeah.
So I think he's done well, and okay, he's played who he's played, and he got a good result against that Serbian team. But I think it's a great job we've kept him. I think we definitely should keep him to the Euros and give him like 4 years, and then see how he does. I think Southgate had probably a bit too long.
Do you think so? Even though in his last one he got to, was it his last one he got to a final? His very last game for England, was that a final? Gareth.
His last game for England was
no. I think it was like.
I think it was the final.
Of course it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was
After
the final.
The Euro final, we stopped.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think Gareth went on too long.
No, I don't. If he carried on and maybe we got like beaten the quarters, then you could argue.
Maybe, yeah.
Just go back to the luge, just quickly.
Why should you go on about this?
If there's 2 of you, right, one of you's holding the rudder, right? Let's go to next. Ross is a United fan. Hello, Ross.
Afternoon, lads. You all right? All evening.
Are you all right? You good?
Yeah, good, mate. Are you?
Have you heard our chat? You'll answer the question.
No, he won't. No, Ross won't.
Have you heard the luge chat?
I will. Got to be here one day.
Okay, do you want me underneath you or on top of you?
I'd say underneath.
Why?
Just in case, I don't know, he might fart. So I don't want to be under that.
That is this.
Well, listen, it's a good reason. I'll be honest. It's going so fast. Me passing wind will be the last of your worries.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. I just want to say before we go on as well, it's a brilliant show. And I listen every night on my way home from work. So, yeah.
Very kind. Well, you're part of that show now, Ross. I appreciate your time. What would you like to say about about Thomas Tuchel not going to Southgate? What do you want to say?
Yeah, to be fair, I'm really happy with it because it gives him a bit of stability. It gives the whole squad a bit of stability because if we had a bad group stage and then scrape through maybe, and then there could be questions being asked, and you don't know how it goes in these major tournaments, and might be like a lull in how people are feeling, like a bit down and stuff. But knowing now that he'll be there for the Euros as well, I think there'll be that bit more impetus with the players and the fans getting behind him to do that bit more and go that bit further. And I think it'll set us in really good stead for the World Cup. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it.
Good call. Thanks for that. I'm working out the luge, right? So the one fella goes down on his own.
Yeah.
He gets to the finish line. He flicks the little thing above him.
Yeah.
And as soon as he flicks the thing above him, the other two, they can start.
Wow.
Right? That's what's happening at the moment. That's why you're looking at one and then you're looking at two.
Do you know what? Sorry. At one point on the singles.
You're going to tell me how fast they're going, right?
Yeah. 72 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's insane.
Jeez.
Serious question. How are you steering?
Yeah, I think it's body. Like when I used to do bobsleighing back in the day, we used to like.
We used to do what?
Bobsleighing.
Right. Okay.
We used to like use our bodies together to.
Would you know the bobsleigh's like four? You can get four.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the fella at the back who runs, and then the
No,
other
the one at
three.
the back. The back's the.
He's the last one in.
Yeah.
The other three, the first three are in, ready to go, and the last one's push.
Yeah.
Then flicks the catch down and jumps in.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be one of the three? Like if they said to you, you can experience it, you can sit behind first ones, you'll be second.
The driver's the first one, right?
Okay, so you can sit behind him,
Yeah.
and then someone behind you, so you're sort of effectively locked in,
Yeah.
and then the fella's going to run. Would you experience that whole thing?
Absolutely not.
That would just be too frightening.
Mate,
Wouldn't
way too much.
it? Yeah. Do you like speed?
No. Yeah.
Do you roller coasters?
No.
Can you do that?
No.
I can't do
See, no. There's no way I'm doing that.
Yeah. No, that is frightening.
I'm 72 miles an hour.
That's nuts, isn't it? Mark is a Birmingham fan. Hello, Mark.
All right, gentlemen, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm absolutely top hole, thank you very much. On terms of the luge, I'll tell you what, I'll be picking Benty every time.
What, under you or on top of you?
Do you know what? I'll go wherever Benty wants me to go. Because that boy's the winner, you see. Unlike you, mate. I mean, you can't even... I mean, you let go that one, look, I'll bet you a dart.
Hold on. Hold on. If you're going to insult someone, get the insult in first time, right? I'll give you one more go. Unlike you. Go on, unlike you.
Yeah,
No, too late. You couldn't get it in. No, too late. No point shouting now.
Come on.
No point shouting. Right, what would you like to say, Mark?
Listen, I'm really chuffed that Thomas. I think the way things are going, I do not like to bring politics into it, but people are getting a little bit too flag wavy and stuff. People are slagging Bellingham off a lot on social media. I think it's great we've got a German manager, and I think he's a fantastic manager. And I think it's just getting him to bring unity and take us to the pinnacle of that sport. I think he's the man to do it, and I think it's about time we had somebody like him that can bring a bit of unity.
Do you know what I like about? Do you know what Mark's a great call? But do you know the one thing I liked about the call? You had to get Bellingham in there, one of their own, man. To get him straight. I had to mention him.
I bet I've had with Dance. Dance thinks Bellingham's going to play for Birmingham
by the age of 30. I can't.
No. By the age of 29.
Oh yeah, because once he turns 30, that's it.
Yeah,
it's mad that.
£150. I've had that bet with.
Do you reckon that's right, Joe? Do you reckon he'll be doing that?
Dance thinks Jude Bellingham will play for Birmingham before he's 30.
Joe,
you think? Yeah. Are you nuts, Joe? Are you insane? He said 8 years away. Yeah, he's going to be at Real Madrid for about 7 of them. He's insane, and he's insane. If you had to do the luge,
back to that, are we?
Or be my partner in Strictly, what one would you choose?
Well, look at this.
Which one would you choose?
I'm going to come off it.
Yeah, but he's come off. It doesn't work. What would you choose?
What if I had to
be my partner in Strictly?
Yeah.
So we're dancing quite close. Yeah. Or I'll be laying on you for.
Oh no, give me a Strictly.
You want to dance?
Yeah, give me a Strictly.
Foxtrot. Still to come on Drive. We'll hear what Jason Cundy's latest appointment with his GP is all about.
Forehead. It will be swollen, I'm afraid.
It's going to be swollen.
I can't wait for this. We'll be looking back at an explosive interview from Ange Postecoglou.
I'm not a clown.
6 o'clock we're doing that. You don't want to miss that, by the way. I'm going for him. And we'll be building up to a huge game. Oh, what a night of football. Premier League. Brentford could end Arsenal's hopes of becoming Premier League champions.
Oh, these guys are unbelievable.
Hopefully you'll be saying that tomorrow about the bees. All that and so much more coming up on Drive talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. The best bits of talkSPORT after this.
Anyone see the Eagles? Simon Jordan, Mark Bright, can you hear me, Brighter? Your boys took with a hell of a beating on the Glasner. Wilfred Zaha, Ian Imo, can you hear me, Imo? Your boys took with a hell of a beat. The signs leads me behind Selhurst Park. Mark Gay, Eddie the Eagle, Pards, can you hear me, Pards? Your boys took with a hell of a beating. Jaffe in between us. South Croydon train station. Brighty, Salako, can you hear me, Eagles? Your boys took with a hell of a beating.
Tons of Premier League action to get through tonight, all live across the talkSPORT network. Liverpool have just become the first team to win the Stadium of Light this season. The quad is on. Palace, absolute shambles. They've just thrown away a massive 3 points against Burnley. There's one win in 14 games. Wow, ridiculous from Glasner. Forest had to win tonight, and they didn't. Informed West Ham just 3 points behind you. You must be worried. Could Sean Dyche get the sack? Man City get the pressure up on Arsenal. Big win for them. Phil Foden, though, probably should have got sent off. Thomas Frank is gone. Finally, Spurs have 11 days now to prepare to stop Arsenal's title challenge. Who comes in? Get involved in the show. 03 717 22 33 44.
What you got?
Hello, mate.
Yo.
How are you?
I'm all right, matey. Your club disgracing the Premier League again.
Well,
honestly,
let's not go.
You lot.
What about?
It's just. Mate, honestly, it's like, but it's a bunch of clowns.
Driver talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Bent is here as well. Still to come. Can Arsenal move 6 points clear at the top of the table? Or can they chuck away the Premier League? We'll be looking ahead to that game. A game that's live on talkSPORT exclusively to us, I hasten to add. Just quickly a reminder that Vitor Pereira is set to be the new manager of Nottingham Forest. Right, time now for this. If you saw Ange Postecoglou on the overlap and you've heard what he's got to say, you can have your say on that. I'll be certainly having my say at 6 and Benny, but if you want to call in now, you can. 03717223344. Right, time for the best of talkSPORT, where we run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT. Let's kick things off with the breakfast show from this morning. Big Adam Zero return alongside Gabby Agbonahor, the super sub, who has a surprising phobia.
Titanic. I've sat so many times, scares me, mate. Yeah, I don't want to be out there in the sea.
You're not going to hit an iceberg in the
How
med,
do you know?
are you?
How do you know?
In the med.
Well, who says I'm going to the med?
Well, if you don't want to hit an iceberg, that's where you go.
Not for me, mate. Not
the
for
Caribbean.
Not for me, mate. Any little movement on that cruise ship, I'll be very scared.
You ever slept in a waterbed?
Yes.
I have as well. Uncomfortable, weren't they?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No, mine was terrible. The tide went out. Would you ever go on a cruise?
Nah, not yet. Never say never, but not right now.
What's the minimum age for a couple to go on a cruise?
I'd go maybe 70s.
Yeah. What's your biggest phobia? Good question.
I don't know what the phobia is called, right? But it's like loads of circles close together. Like little, like, oof. It's a phobia. Like loads of circles close together. Like, oh, makes me feel a bit...
What if I drew them now?
Like, no, but like... Yeah, but no, it's not I'll have to show a picture on there.
It's not a phobia.
No, it is a phobia.
Phobia of...
Yeah, that's...
What is it? Rhipophobia? Trypophobia.
That there. If I see that, I'm like, no. So,
where would you see that? I've never seen that in my life.
Oh, it's horrible. Look at bees. Look at big bees.
Like in honeycomb. Like if I got a crunchy.
Yeah, that's not me. That I don't like that. Makes my skin crawl.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
How bizarre is that?
Hate it. Ugh.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
So what would you do if the new sort of look in here was like tiny little...
Oh, then I have to change it. Wow. See that there's not that bad.
Yeah.
But...
So I could get... If I got the back wall...
No, don't do that.
Oh, we can do that. Hey, honeycomb behind me. All right? Let's get out for tomorrow's show. Breakfast show returns at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Big Albie alongside three-time talkSPORT Darts World Championship winner, Dean the Storyteller Saunders.
Over to last night's sports bar, Jamie O'Hara's wedding is coming up soon, but Jason Cundy's planning on getting a hair transplant just 3 weeks beforehand.
You're ruining the wedding pictures. Maybe.
I can wear a hat.
No, you can't wear a hat to my wedding. You're a groomsman.
I wear a... What about a top hat?
No, you can't wear a top hat.
A Chelsea hat.
No, you can't. If I see anything Chelsea on your body, mate, you're getting kicked out.
Okay, what about if I wear a wig?
Yeah, maybe. I might allow that. You can't. I can't have your big swollen forehead.
It will be swollen, I'm afraid.
It's going to be swollen.
I started to watch Love Undercover on Netflix last night.
Any good?
It's tough. First 40 seconds is like, I'm a massive footballing... what was he say? My name's Jamie Hollywood O'Hara. That's what they call me.
Is O'Hara out of order for Cundy, for what he's doing to Cundy?
No, if it's your wedding, you don't want your best man or your best mate looking like he's had a hair transplant, do you?
Is a hair transplant the right move for Cundy?
It's a lot of hair, isn't it? Where's it transplanting from? Like Chewbacca or something. It's a lot of hair needed to cover that massive noggin.
Have you got any tips for O'Hara on having a lasting marriage?
Just look at the last one he had and learn from that. It's probably the best advice I can give.
The Sports Bar returns at 10 p.m. tonight, straight after a huge clash between Brentford and Arsenal in the Premier League.
Staying with weddings, let's finish with a clip from our sister station, talkSPORT Gold. Here's our cricket team commentating in the Windies. And they spotted someone in the crowd.
A man just stood up with a poster-sized piece of cardboard saying, "Mala, will you marry me?" Is she watching the cricket? I don't think she's there. I think that's why it was picked up on the television cameras. He had a big smile when he sat down there. It's a weird proposal. If he's from the UK, he's over in the West Indies, and his partner's not there. If I were him, I'd just have a think about it when he's not on his second bottle of rum.
How do you feel about public proposals?
Yes, each to their own. I mean, there's some places I'm like, really? Like, I remember people used to do it at half-time in football games and that. I'm a bit like, no, they need to do that.
Can be dangerous, right?
You got to know.
Have you seen that clip? This is horrific. Where a guy takes his girlfriend up in a hot air balloon and proposes, and she says no, and they're just up there. What?
But also, where'd you go from there? Once you said no.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
No, but not up there, but like in terms of your relationship.
When you split up. But if you're up there, like you're at, 10,000 feet, wherever it is, 3,000 feet, wherever in it. you give her the elbow, but not right there. How did you? Oh, good question. How did you propose to Mrs. Bent?
Just hotel.
Hotel. This is so romantic. Hotel.
No, like a hotel and all that.
Did you take rope for the weekend?
No, weekend in London, yeah. But no,
that's very sketchy.
Nah, but trust me, it was proper.
Hotel.
No, because you know what?
Hotel. All I've got is hotel.
People would take my St Martin's Lane in London.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about what they did for me and everything. Listen.
So it's a big thing.
Well, it's a huge thing, yeah. Huge thing.
Oh, okay. Hotel, though, that's all I got. What's the most effective hangover cure? Don't drink alcohol, probably.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't really drink that bad to get hangover. Although I had a couple the other night for some weird reason watching football. I think it was Sunday.
Yeah, what'd you have?
I got from Swansea. I drove up from Swansea. Yeah. Just sitting watching the football and stuff. Thought I'd have a Hennessy, had one. Had another one. Then had another one. And before I know it, I stood up and I was like, oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
Lad on the bed, the room was just going.
I always find the next day after I'm hungover, I go for toast with peanut butter, flat Coke, and salt and vinegar crisps. That gets me through it.
Is it, yeah?
Chipsticks from Marks and Sparks. Oh my goodness.
Chipsticks, yeah?
Yeah, they're unbelievable. Make sure you subscribe.
No, read the whole thing, man.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you subscribe to 21 Minutes to Go, a brand new podcast.
I'll do it then.
Oh, this week, by the way, new episode out today, 21 Minutes to Go, brand new one. Jack, have you listened to it yet? You haven't, have you? So go download it, Jack. Have you subscribed, Jack? Obviously not. If you subscribe to 20 Minutes to Go, it drops into your inbox. And this week, by the way...
Make sure you subscribe to the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel for the exclusive commentaries, interviews and podcasts.
Sorry about that.
And of course, you can find all of our shows on the talkSPORT app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT, talkSPORT 2, and all of our other sister stations, so you never miss a moment. That's the Cricket YouTube channel on talkSPORT. That's all you need to worry about. Or the H&J podcast.
Someone told me the fact that they were quite ugly. They downloaded 21 Minutes to Go and instantly became beautiful. So that's what we can do. When we come back, I will be having my say, Benty will be having his, and you can have yours on Big Ange, taking £7 million from Spurs and then slagging them off. I mean, it's disgusting. And more importantly, we'll look ahead to a huge game of football tonight, Brentford against Arsenal. It's live and exclusive on talkSPORT. The only place you can hear that game live is right here on your favourite radio station. More from me and D and B, and after this, we'll be back with Ange chat.
I'm not an ad salesman.
Okay.
I'm actually a famous soccer player in England.
Oh.
And I got a huge radio show.
Oh.
I didn't want to lie to you, but we had to because I've come here for a reason, to find love with someone that doesn't know who I am.
There he is.
Hey, Candy,
There he is.
Hey, Candy, up the shelf. Up the shelf.
Yeah, so I've only got the top.
You won't get me on.
No, I've only got the table. Only got the top 5 here, Mo. In the table.
Listen, Candy. I've got some breaking news. I've got some breaking news for Jimmy G. Jimmy G, I've got some breaking news for you, lad.
Come on.
Guess what? My sources are reporting tonight that Arnie Slot has been approached by Tottenham Hotspur.
talkSPORT breaking news.
Sorry, who?
Now,
who?
Arnie Slot, my manager, the Premier League winning manager. Tottenham like him. They want him to come and build a side to win Jimmy G the Premier League. Am I correct, Jimmy G?
100% Mo, mate. You do come on here and talk some garbage, but this is up there, all right? You're coming on talking absolute nonsense.
Jimmy G, listen. It's the truth, man. What do you mean garbage?
Your sources, mate, they're
Listen,
probably
Jimmy,
up there with the worst
you know
sources
what?
ever.
You need to apologise to me and my sources when this happens. I'm telling you. Because, you know, like, look, Spurs are back, yeah?
Spurs are back, mate. We're ready to go again.
Back, yeah? And at the end of the day, like Candy says, what is it, Candy? To do what to do? What do you normally
is to do nothing.
That's it.
What about your mob, though, mate? It's a good result tonight. You know, is the quad back on?
Quad is on. Listen, stop taking Mick out of my quad. Yeah, quad is for next year. The double's on this year, the double. What a performance by the champions. What a performance by the champions. Nobody's gone to Roker Park and anywhere.
Roker Park? What year? It got 1985?
From the Toffees to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire is also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves two club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles." And some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
I know what to do,
Welcome back to the last hour of Drive Time. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent here.
I don't want to be responsible for someone losing a leg.
I mean, it's a fair point. You don't.
That'll happen on that.
Might in the luge. God forbid that happens, by the way. Still to come, we'll be discussing Ange Postecoglou's explosive interview on the overlap about Spurs. More on that in just a moment. Bit of breaking news from international football. The Nations League draw has been done. We'll head back to Brussels shortly to speak to our very own Angelina Kelly and England manager Thomas Tuchel. That could happen at any moment. So if I go, right, okay, you know why. The groups are England have got Spain, Croatia and the Czech Republic. England have got Spain, Croatia and the Czech Republic. Wales have got Portugal, Denmark and Norway. Portugal, Denmark and Norway. Republic of Ireland have got Israel, Austria and Kosovo. Northern Ireland have got Hungary, Ukraine and Georgia. Scotland, I'll be testing you on this, by the way. Scotland have got Switzerland, Slovenia and North Macedonia. All right? At any moment, Angelina Kelly will be alongside Thomas Tuchel. So if I move away from Ange chat, which is where we go now, you'll understand why. Right, we have to discuss the big interview of the day from Ange Postecoglou, who did not hold back on Tottenham when speaking on the overlap. This is what he had to say on the ambition at the football club.
You know, when you walk into Tottenham, what you see everywhere is to dare is to do. It's everywhere. And yet their actions are almost the antithesis of that. Right. It's a real curious in terms of understanding what are they trying to build? You know, what are they? Is it? There's obviously they've built an unbelievable stadium, unbelievable training facilities. But when you look at the expenditure, particularly in their wages structure, they're not a big club. I saw that because when we were trying to sign players, we weren't in the market for those players.
There's so much I want to say.
Shall I go first?
No, let me go first.
But yours is long.
Mine's
Mine's like a minute.
Okay, go on then.
No, listen, I understand what he said, but it's just so damning on... Joe, you go first. Because I can see
when he says they weren't in the market, right? I could have told you Spurs aren't in the market to sign £100 million players, because even if they've got £100 million players, at the moment, those players aren't going to choose Spurs. I found it absolutely stunning that the fella was paid £7 million by Spurs, and he goes on the overlap and slags them off, constantly slagging them off. Right, let's have it right. As a league manager, Ange Postecoglou is the worst Tottenham manager for 50 years. The last one before him took Spurs down the league. He got them to the worst possible placing that any Spurs manager has taken them in 50 years, right? He sits there and he laughs and he calls them Spursy, right? Then he goes on to say about he wanted 15, 60, 70 million pound players at Spurs. Let me tell you now, you look at Arsenal, because he mentioned Arsenal, right? When Arteta came in and started their rebuild, they weren't spending £100 million players. They were buying players on loan. They were buying £25 million players. And over time, he made them better. If you look at, and he'll say, rightly so, that Spurs won the Europa League, right? And they did. But let's remind ourselves, on their run to winning that, they beat AZ Alkmaar, Eintracht Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt, and the worst ever Premier League Manchester United side we have ever seen. Not only that, he never had a plan B. He lasted 39 days at Nottingham Forest. And if you look at other managers that have come into clubs, and I include David Moyes most recently, who's turned them around with the same players. If you look at Aston Villa and Unai Emery, when he took over from Steven Gerrard, they weren't anywhere near the Aston Villa they are now, and he had virtually the same players when he took over to what he's got now. There's been a few additions, but they're virtually the same side. That is how you build a team. That you are a manager. You're meant to manage with what you've got. You can't sit there and demand 80, 90 million pound players, and if I wasn't getting that money because we've got a wage structure, what was I supposed to do? You're meant to be a manager. You're meant to turn them into a good team. That's why you're paid an extortionate amount of money. Literally blaming everyone else apart from you. I was gobsmacked that the geezer's got £7 million from Spurs and he's sitting there calling him Spursy. He should look at himself. He's an awful, awful manager. 39 days at Forest, gets sacked at Spurs because in 50 years he's the worst ever Premier League manager they've had. I was stunned. Like honestly, if he was chocolate, he'd eat himself. Absolutely stunned.
The only thing is that he would allude to it, and because he won the trophy right now.
I've just told you the teams they beat.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's where.
But let's have it right.
No, but that's where you've got to give him credit because
I give him no.
No, but you can't use that against him because
I do.
Regardless, if you're in a competition and the level of competition in that competition isn't great, and you win it, what are you expect to do?
Oh, I'll give him that. Okay, fair enough. I'll give him that.
Right. So,
and as a league manager, the worst Tottenham have had in 50 years.
He did say
39 days at Forest.
He did say in the interview that he said they made the decision pretty quickly to go, do you know what? We can't compete on all fronts in terms of the squad that we've got, so we're going to have to prioritise. He said that on the overlap, that we need to prioritise. He says, we'll be competitive. I mean, I think he said they scored something like 65 goals or something, which is pretty. When Pochettino left, no, it was about winning. Then when Jose came in, no, it's not about winning. That's about the football that's being played. The interview did shock me because I've never heard a manager get sacked and then be so brutal as he was. I do think some of what he said probably is true in terms about the football club because they've had serial winners in Jose, and he mentioned them all, Conte and Jose, and these managers who we perceive as serial winners couldn't quite get it going. Couldn't get it going for whatever reason. He spoke about the wages that they could buy players for 50, 60, 70 million pounds, but it's the wages that were killing him, and that's what he was alluding to as well by saying.
But understand the club you're at. I could tell you that now. I'm not a Spurs manager. I've never been for an interview. No. I can tell you now they're not going to compete with Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, and Chelsea.
Yeah, potentially.
You'd have to be a brain surgeon to understand that.
No, but I just think he feels probably that after winning that trophy, that I mean, again, sorry, he also said that he knew that sacking was coming early, didn't he? He alluded to that straight away.
League form was embarrassing.
Yeah, but he said that he made the decision to prioritise the Europa League early on.
I was stunned. I thought it was disgraceful.
Did you?
I thought, honestly, I couldn't believe what I was listening to. The club have given him £7 million. He's blaming everyone but himself.
No, but he got him a trophy.
Yes, but for his sacking, he's blaming everyone. But when I sat down on the day of the final, Daniel Levy comes up to me and goes, I've been in 8 semi-finals and final, and we all laughed.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? That's not his fault.
I don't want to know that. That should be private. The geezer's giving you honestly, he didn't blame himself. Did he ever say, I wasn't that good?
No. No, but
let me tell you now, if you're listening, Ange, I know you won't, but if you're listening, the reason you were the worst Spurs manager in 50 years.
Most successful in the last 20.
And the reason you got the
Is he the most successful in the last 20?
Yeah, but I've already told you why, right?
No, but is he?
Not in the league, no. All I'm saying is league.
When they look back, though, they'll go, and you were successful.
No, because before him, who's the last manager to win something?
Juan de Ramos.
That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean you're a good manager. The last two have been appalling. The last two have been appalling. But let me tell you now, right? The reason he got sacked by Spurs, the reason he got sacked after 39 days at Forest was because he's not a very good manager. And he never looked at himself once. He never blamed himself once. It was never his fault. Never his fault. And I was just stunned.
No,
The lack of respect for Tottenham was unbelievable. Laughed at him, called him Spursy.
Well, he's not
He
he can't call himself Spursy.
Look in the mirror,
He can't.
mate. Look in the mirror.
He can't call himself Spursy. He won a trophy.
Look in the mirror.
No,
The
listen.
trophy, Benty.
No, but he's
AZ Alkmaar, Eintracht Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt, and the worst ever Man United side ever.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I think it does matter.
No, you've got.
I'll tell you what,
But you have to give. If someone wins something, you can't look for every excuse to say no. It doesn't matter.
But you're okay. If you put him on a pedestal,
Yeah.
right, and I don't, let me tell you now, he will never get a job in the Premier League again because every single
He will.
He won't. Every owner of every Premier League club, and even clubs that are coming up from the Championship, they'll look at his style of play, the fact he doesn't have a plan B, the fact that he only blames everyone else apart from himself. He lasted 39 days at Forest and he's the worst league manager Spurs have had in 50 years.
Successful, though.
He won't get another job.
I think you've got to give him some credit.
I give him no credit.
No, you've got to for winning the Europa. You have to. You can't not give him the credit because he's done it.
No, but if he would have sat there in front of them all and said, "Yeah, listen, I got it wrong with tactics. I didn't really have a plan B. I wanted to do this. I had a few injuries, and I know that's not the answer, but we decided this, and the league form was terrible, and I went to Forest, and that was. I get it. But he's sitting there laughing at the club that gave him an opportunity, laughing at the club that made him a multi-millionaire. I just found it remarkable. And I'll tell you why no one else has done that. No one else has done that because they've all got respect. And he has got none.
No, I think he has got respect. And I think.
If you were Daniel Levy, right? If you were Spurs and you saw that as a former employee, how would you feel?
No, but yeah, of course. But listen, he's not saying anything that other managers haven't said. Conte had the rant while he was employed by the club.
Not like that, man.
Mate, I think it was the Southampton game. He went on a crazy run and he was still employed. At least Anders waited till he got sacked before he did it.
The worst league manager they've ever had. Hold on.
Yeah, but you keep saying league.
Well, that's a fact.
No, but
the last one before him was 1977.
Spurs fans would swap last season's league form for that trophy. So in their eyes, he gave him the greatest day. I know the league form was terrible, which he alluded to, but
I'm not saying that.
But you're almost trying to skirt over the fact that he won the trophy because of.
I'm not skirting over it. I'm just saying, in the interview, Spurs have made sure he will never have to work again in his life. And he had no respect for that club, and I thought it was disgusting.
Yeah, but
I thought it was disgusting.
Also,
never blamed himself.
You won't find a Spurs fan that would have swapped at all last season.
I know because they won a trophy.
But that's my point.
Okay, he was effectively 90 minutes away from being the worst manager ever.
He wasn't though.
Well, no club will have him back.
No, but there's loads of ifs and
buts.
Look
at yourself in the mirror, mate.
No, listen, I think you've got to.
No. I thought it was disgusting. No respect for Tottenham. I'm deadly serious.
No,
I couldn't believe what I was doing.
I think he got way too over the top. Way too. Conte ranted when he was there.
He's a multi-millionaire for failing.
He's a multi-millionaire before he got there.
No, he weren't.
I bet he was.
I bet you he wasn't. Not multi. Not 7 million in the bank. You're having a laugh.
Yeah, that's just Premier League.
I'll tell you what. Everyone will agree with me. Everyone will agree with me.
I bet you won't find one that would swap last year though.
Yeah, but I'm not asking that because I won a trophy.
But still, it doesn't matter. You can't take this hand and say, well, we can't talk about the Europa League because look who he played. You have to respect that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying as a manager, he failed in the league. He's the worst league manager they've had. He failed at Forest. He didn't have a plan B.
It's not just about league. You have to take it as a totality.
03717223344. I thought what he said, the lack of respect for the club, the fact that he walked away a multi-millionaire was disgusting. What do you make of it?
My view of punditry is when I listen to a pundit, whoever that pundit might be, whatever they may be, whether it's male, female, black, white, yellow-green. It's, do I learn something from them? Do they engage me? Do I find them interesting and entertaining? And do they merit my attention? And that's my response to the reasons why I was saying the things I said.
He's sitting right beside you.
Yeah, you know, it's an opinion, isn't it? Which
Indeed.
we're all entitled to. I put value on opinions, right? You have to, because there's, you know,
Depends where they come from, right?
everybody has them, right? So I'm not going to listen to a mob on X who've never, ever put themselves in any situation to do anything close to what I've done in my career. I listen to the professionals, right? I listen to the people who've hired me for the last 11 years around the world, the biggest broadcasters in the world. By default, if I'm working with the people who are considered the brilliant broadcasters, then if I'm in the same team as them, next to them, then by default, I'm considered also a brilliant broadcaster. So I take everything you're saying, but the reality is I've been good enough for 11 years, right? And as I said, I'm the person that will go and seek out feedback for someone to go, I think you're struggling. It's never happened.
See, the language that you use, Annie, is, to me, it's steeped in a sense of entitlement. I mean, the sheer weight of the entitlement that you seem to believe that you have would resink the Titanic. I think you've been quite fortuitous. I think because of initiatives like DEI, they've allowed people to be put into positions in the men's game that I don't think they've merited. And now that sort of seeds an attitude that you become a stalwart in the women's game.
Java talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent to the camera. We'll be looking ahead to the live game between Brentford and Arsenal. It's live on talkSPORT. We'll go back to the phone lines in a moment. You've heard my rant about Big Ange. You can have your say. But we can head back now to our very own Angelina Kelly in Brussels at the Nations League draw. She's live with England manager Thomas Tuchel.
Hello. Lovely to speak to you. So congratulations, because you have signed a new contract with England. I know that you spoke to talkSPORT Stuart Pearce, Adrian Durham, and you said that you wanted to remain with England after the World Cup. So no big surprise for our listeners, but how long has this been in the works?
Well, there was full focus on the qualification process, of course, and the main reasons why I took the job in the first place was the group of players. I wanted to be close to this group of players. I wanted to coach this amazing group of players, and the second one was the trust and the support from the federation from the start. And these things only grew stronger, especially then in the qualification campaign. And then we started talking after the qualifications. The FA wanted to commit for 2 more years. I wanted to commit and was happy to commit for 2 more years and complete the full cycle of 2 tournaments. So this is what we do now.
You are smiling from ear to ear. I can tell how happy you are about this. I mean, I must ask, were you approached by anybody else? Were there any other discussions? Because I know that there were rumours about Premier League clubs being interested.
Yeah, there are always rumours, and there stays rumours. I can just tell you that I was fully committed to the idea of staying, and the FA was fully committed. So if I'm ever tempted to go back to club football, it's not in the next 2.5 years.
So you've set the record straight there. Now, we've just learned that England will be facing Spain and Croatia, as they did in their first ever Nations League tournament, and the Czech Republic. We've got a repeat of the Euros final. What's your reaction to this draw?
Yeah, a lot of stories around it. It's a difficult draw. I think that was clear from the start, because we were in pot 3 of very strong opponents in all the other pots. So that's what it is. Lee Carsley made sure that we are back in League A. That's where we want to be. And it's very competitive. It's but basically exactly what we need also to prepare for the home Euros.
Yes. Now, we saw you in the stands at West Ham versus Manchester United. I have to ask, Kobbie Mainoo, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, we're all in the starting lineup for the visitors. Don't know if you noticed, but they haven't really featured in your plans so far. But what is the likelihood of any of those names being in your next England camp?
They were always in the picture, but they are like more so now in the picture. I guessed that they were in the starting lineup, and I guessed right. That's why I wanted to see them. I wanted to see them live. I'm very happy that they are in a good run of form, in good shape, because they are back in the picture. March gives us the chance to have a last look at players before we need to nominate for our trip to US. So yeah, they're in the picture, and I'm happy because competition is on.
Now, you've had a very tight-knit group, especially when you've looked at the last 3 camps last autumn. Is it a little bit of a selection headache for you that you've seen players flourishing under new managers, players like Kobbie Mainoo, players like Cole Palmer?
Yeah, good headache. It's a good headache. These decisions need to be made, and then hopefully I get some headaches, because that means that everyone is playing, everyone is in good shape, and everyone is hopefully ready and hungry to play for us and play for the country. And hopefully we have these choices and not too many injuries and not too many players out of shape.
You mentioned injuries. Jude Bellingham, of course, does have one. We know that there have been a few whispers in Spain that the injury could keep him out for maybe 2 months. But have you spoken to him? And is it a worry, especially regarding the March camp?
It's not a worry yet. I don't like when the players are injured, and I saw it live on TV, and then straight away got in touch with him. And he's very determined. He's Jude. He's very determined. He wants to be back as soon as possible. The club is a bit defensive in terms of weeks and when they think he can come back. I am still positive. I know Jude. I know that he will do everything to be with us in March, and let's take it from there.
And finally, I wanted to get your thoughts on the recent comments from Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Being a German man working in England, you are England manager. Just wanted to get your thoughts on some of the things that he said.
Yeah, I don't know the statement in detail. I just heard that he already regrets, I think, the choice of words, which is fair enough. I'm very happy to have the chance to work in England. I feel very welcome, and I'm very proud to be the coach of England. So this is my statement to that. I don't know the further details, so I would like not further comment.
Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Good work. That was our very own Angelina Kelly out in Brussels for the Nations League draw, speaking to England manager Thomas Tuchel. Great questions. Yeah, great work, Angelina. Well done to you. A reminder, England have been drawn against Spain, Croatia and the Czech Republic. We'll hopefully hear from the Wales boss, Craig Bellamy, before we end the show. Right, should we take a quick Big Ange call? You've heard what I've had to say and what Bentley's had to say. What do you, the Spurs and football fans, make of what he said on the overlap? Jay's a Tottenham fan. Hi, Jay.
Hello there, boys. You all right?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What do you make of it all?
Good. Good. I'm listening to the show all the time. I just really enjoy it.
Thanks,
I just wanted
man.
to phone in. Andy, I'm a Tottenham season ticket holder. I cannot disagree with you more, mate.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right, go on.
I can't. I just think, listen, I know it's hard because you're not a Tottenham fan, right? But what he did last season goes against the makeup of the club, right? And what we've lived through for many, many years. As Darren said, every manager says it. he's just saying what every manager comes out and says afterwards, right? Because we know how it runs, and all he did today on the overlap was just confirm what we know. It was quite sad listening to it. We know the club aren't built and don't try to win anything, right? They don't try. All they do is want to exist and get all this money from other events and other things going on, right? And don't try and win anything. And when it comes down to when the chips are down, they decide not to do anything, right? And Ange went against that because he actually got us over the line. Like, that is a huge thing to actually have happened, which doesn't ever happen, right? You know, you're saying about the run, the cup run that we went on, right? Yeah, of course, they're not strongest teams in the world, right? But when we lost the Champions League in 2019, no one was going, oh, God, Liverpool were quite strong, weren't they? Tottenham had no chance. Or when we lost in 2021 in the Carabao Cup final, no one was like, oh, yeah, they lost to City, were really good.
I hear what you're
saying.
saying.
No one said that.
I hear what you're saying.
No one said that. They just said, yeah, go on. Sorry.
Well, I understand what you're saying. My problem with it, I had two problems with it. One, he never, ever blamed himself.
I agree. I could see that. I can totally agree. I can see that, yeah.
Didn't talk about the league form, which did make him the worst Tottenham manager in league football for 50 years. Never mentioned that once. And also, I just had a problem with the fact that because of Spurs, he's now a multi-millionaire, doesn't need to work again. He's got £7 million, probably more in the bank. Of course. And he laughs at calling them Spursy, like a previous employer. But I just thought it was a little bit nasty. I wasn't comfortable with that.
I know. And what I'd say is, though, that he was saying that when he was getting asked that in interviews, wasn't he? He was getting all these mocking questions, wasn't he, when he was manager, about winning and about being Spursy and the Spursy tag. And he was fighting back on that when he was the manager, and he proved it. The whole, I win something in my second season thing, he backed up what he said, right? Which I don't think a lot of people in the media sphere really liked, that he just did what he was, because you couldn't make fun of him anymore, right? And then, after all of that, he's now been fired. He shouldn't have been fired at that point when we'd won a trophy. And the 17th thing, of course, right?
Yeah.
I think contextually, the teams were terrible, weren't they? The three below us, right, were rubbish, right? So we knew we weren't going to go down. So he parked the league, like Darren said. He parked the league, and we took the hit on some terrible games. But I'll tell you what, just to say, right, we went into every single one of those games feeling like we might actually win. I wasn't doing that with Thomas Frank.
Okay, Jay, listen, I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Everyone can have their I just felt a little bit uneasy, the fact that he's taken the money and he's literally stuck two fingers at the club.
Yeah, but he's given him a trophy as well, so $7 million for a trophy. There you go, lads.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Fine. But we're not talking about the other side, which was the fact that he's the worst league manager they've ever had.
Yeah, but he parked it, then he said, I would park that, win trophy.
Yeah, he made a conscious decision to lose games, because managers can do that. Right, it's time for No Googling. Of course, it's a Valentine's special on talkSPORT with our wonderful friends at Moonpig.
No Googling, Valentine's special on talkSPORT with Moonpig. Save Valentine's with Moonpig. Flowers and a personalised card for under £20, delivered in time. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, of course, we all know love is all about acts of service. Make of that what you will. We want to know which Premier League player holds the record for the most assists to a single teammate. I think everyone knows that. I'll make it a little bit more difficult. Who's second on the list as well? We probably all know first. Who's second on the list? First and second, please. That was No Googling, a Valentine's special with Moonpig. And that's because everyone deserves a Moonpig.
I love you, baby.
It's coming in that Thomas Tuchel is set to stay as England boss until 2028.
Oh, well done.
Hold on.
New deal.
Let me work this
Fantastic.
one. How does, with the greatest respect, I'm not going to go at Thomas Tuchel, but the World Cup, the big test, is yet to come. How can you give him an extension?
Do you know why? because there's so many clubs looking for a manager. Maybe they've got in touch and the FA have thought, let's extend his contract. But the problem is, Al, we lose in the last 16. What are you going to do then?
Gabby,
you've got to go.
England, the manager of England.
Incredible, isn't it?
People would go on their knees to
Exactly.
Wembley to get it.
Exactly.
So what the hell?
That
is
sums
this
the FA
about?
up.
Who's making these
That
decisions?
sums the FA up, Al. Because you beat countries that you should have been beating in the qualifiers. You've been given a new deal, maybe because Manchester United need a manager. Look at Spurs now. It's incredible, but are we surprised, Al?
Well, I'm annoyed, to be honest. It shouldn't bother me because I'm Scottish, but I'm like, who makes these things up?
Exactly.
Gabby, how far, in your opinion, your expectations in America? Yeah, we know it's going to be warm.
To heat, yeah.
England, have England got to get to a semi, or has it been a disappointment?
I'm sick of saying that, Al, to be honest. I'm sick of saying, we get to a semi, then you know what? Thomas Tuchel to lead us into the Euros. No, we have to win it. I'm not having the conditions. I'm not having it. Like Chelsea went and won the Club World Cup, didn't they? In the conditions. I know that wasn't the hardest of competitions to go and win, but we have to, Al.
Amen Corner, perhaps the most feared run of holes in golf. Each year it claims the tournament hopes of many, with balls hitting bunkers and water traps aplenty. But why is it so fearsome, and where did it get its name? Just the thoughts of holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta National gives the likes of Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth the shivers. McIlroy hit 3 over and Spieth hit 4 over in their final rounds to blow their hopes of a green jacket in 2011 and 2016 respectively. But did you know Amen Corner's name is inspired by a jazz song from 1933? American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left here, wrote about it in 1958, referencing the song shouted in that Amen Corner when describing the run. Hole 11 is a par 4 over 520 yards with a green guarded by a pond and bunkers to the front edge. 12, perhaps golf's most famous hole, is a par 3 over just 155 yards. The green's guarded by Rays Creek at the front, more bunkers and azalea bushes ready to punish the smallest error. Then there's the 13th that teases the hook shot over the trees. It's a dogleg par 5 over 545 yards that's inviting for big hitters who want to reach the green in 2. If you want to win the Masters, you have to keep your score down around Amen Corner. So who'll be the next to fall victim to golf's most famous and most daunting challenge?
Nobody but you and me. We've got it together, baby.
Yeah, Java talkSPORT. Can't hear my voice is going. Which Premier League player holds the record for the most assists to a single teammate? Who is it? Who's his first, his last, is everyone?
My first.
Keep going, DB.
My last.
Happy Thursday, everyone.
My everything.
Don't have Jack, have fun today.
Son and Kane.
That's the answer too.
All my dreams.
Who's second on that?
Lampard, Drogba. You're my sun.
They are.
My moon.
Keep going, DB. Turn up, everyone.
My guiding star.
Happy Thursday, everyone.
My kind of wonderful.
We'll stop on the silence, Jack, ready?
That's what you are.
Good work.
Good
both assisted their teammates. Oh, they're joint. They're joint. Both assisted their teammates 24 times.
Do you know what's mad is when I think about partnerships, I don't necessarily look at those as, like, in my brain, when you go partnership, I think Cole and York.
Yeah, but they probably weren't assisting each other. Well, what's the matter?
No, nothing. Yeah, I mean, I think of Cole and York. Do you know what I mean? In terms of Shearer and Sutton.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and you'll like this thing. They were goal pigs, but that was no Googling a Valentine's special with Moonpig. Everyone deserves.
No Googling. Valentine's special on talkSPORT with Moonpig. Save Valentine's with Moonpig. Flowers and a personalised card for under £20 delivered in time. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, why are you soaking it? Why are you over there sulking?
Sometimes I don't use this word, but sometimes I'm on a throttle, Jack.
Why was he...
Everyone deserves a Moonpig. There you go. Wait for the little pause, then press the button. Not now. We've done it. Right, follow us at 7. Natalie Toy hosts live coverage from the G-Tech as Brentford welcome Arsenal. What a game this could be. Ahead of the match, Natalie Toy caught up with the Brentford gaffer, Keith Andrews, hopefully offered him one of my apologies, and discussed the form of skipper Thiago.
So should Igor Thiago be dreaming of being Brazil's number 9?
Yes, yeah, he absolutely
should. He be in your mind?
It's not, yeah, that's a tricky one because I've been an international assistant manager, so I never really liked reading a headline when the club manager was saying he should be the number 9. So, especially one of the calibre of Carlo Ancelotti, who I have ridiculous respect for. So,
yeah.
But I can only speak about Thiago, and he has been immense. He has been so good in so many different ways. Not just the goals, it's his overall performances, his overall game, and the selfless way in which he plays the game without the ball, set pieces, how he affects the game even when he doesn't score. I think Bournemouth at home was a really good example of that. I thought he was unbelievable. Kevin Chadha got a hat-trick, but Thiago was just unreal. He was the platform for us winning that game. So should he dream? Yeah, he should, and we've had numerous conversations about it, and that's what he's striving for, and that's exactly what he should be striving for.
Keith Andrews, you're Andy, gone.
I apologise. I'll happily apologise to Keith Andrews.
So I'm sorry, Keith Andrews.
Sorry, Keith Andrews, for even questioning.
What a job he's doing, by the way. What a job. Because
frightening.
I didn't think losing Thomas Frank, losing Vissa went and Buemo went. I thought, oh my goodness, I felt what it was for Brentford.
He's made him better.
He's got him 7th.
He's made him better.
I mean, Arsenal, it's going to be a tough game tonight. Tough.
Let's talk about that game, right? How much tougher is it for you as a fan and for Arsenal players, knowing that Man City are now 3 points behind you?
Yeah, it's tough, but again, all Arsenal could do is worry about themselves. I genuinely thought the Liverpool game, the weekend, was the one where the separation would happen. I thought going to Anfield, like in my brain, I was thinking, well,
you're thinking this in your brain, were you? I
thought it might be a draw potentially. So I was thinking 8 points minimum. But if Liverpool win it, 9, and then Szoboszlai scores a free kick, I'm thinking, here we go, 9 points, right? Okay, we're almost that. I know there's a lot of games, but 9 points is a lot. But as you said there, now it's 3. Just like that, it's 3.
And you've got to play them.
And we've got to play them. So these are games Arsenal have got to win.
This one's massive. This one.
Yeah, of course.
I genuinely feel this is your cup final.
Nah, it's not a cup final because there's still loads to play for.
Because if you lose it for the first time in a long time, it's in Man City's hands. As in, if they beat you, they win the league. If they win every game,
if we win every game, we beat them.
I know, but it's not been in their hands before, and now it would be. Yeah, and that's the difference.
No, I also know what they need to do. It's going to be, of course, a tough game. Brentford at home are a very, very good side, especially when you look at kind of the league form. I mean, Brentford are 6th in the home table. Do you know what I mean? So that tells you that they're really, really strong.
Have you got it there? Is it twice they've lost this season at home?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You've got no Kai Havertz as well. Is that how much of a blow is that?
But then when you look at the away record,
who's away?
No, the away table. In the Premier League.
All right.
Arsenal top.
Okay. How many times you lost away? Must be a few.
Twice.
Okay.
So it should make for a really good game. Kai Havertz is a blow because he's looked really sharp since he came back.
I agree.
And even a couple of the passes he gave to Victor Gyökeres and that. So, I mean, I read reports that Saka's travelled and Odegaard's travelled. Now, whether they start or not,
Saka won't be playing, will he?
Was it said they travelled when I read it earlier that they've travelled. So just having those players potentially available will be good. But this is what you've got squads for. Arsenal have got a big, thick squad for situations like this.
The pressure will be immense if you lose tonight.
No, it's got. Listen,
I'll tell you why. Because in the past you've got very close. You finished second. Got very close. Finished second. You've been leading for a long, long, long time. A couple of times the gap has been 8, right? For various different moments where either you've played a game more and they've got a catcher. But if you lose tonight and it's 3 and they've got to play you and it's effectively in their hands as much as it is yours, I think all bets are off.
Yeah, but I do think, listen, I don't think there's any guarantees that neither side win every single game between now and the end of the season. So I think there will be a few more turns.
It's a bit of wobble if you lose tonight.
But I'll just hope that the twists and turns come when Arsenal are like 6-7 points clear.
Yeah, 6-7.
6-7 points clear. So
it's a wobble if you lose tonight.
Yeah, but if we get beat by Brentford or a better,
you don't seem concerned, DB. This is this is
no, because you're trying to make it out like it's my goodness.
Oh, it is.
It's not.
No, if you lose tonight,
it's not.
It's wobble time.
It's not. There's wobble time.
There'll be cracks.
No.
It is, DB. Don't underestimate.
Well, listen, I don't agree with you.
It is.
There's 13 games left. A lot of points to play for.
I know, but you've had massive leads before. If you lose away at Brentford.
Well, listen, it's a big game, but
you'll be worried about it.
Every game between now and the end of the season is massive.
Of course.
So I'm not getting fixated on this one.
What I'll say is it's the biggest of your season so far.
Well, I don't agree.
Okay, name a bigger game.
This season, we've had, I think, Villa. When we played Villa.
Why was that bigger than
huge game?
Why? Tell me the reason.
Because they were rival. If we'd lost to them,
the points weren't.
It would have been the same points if we'd lost.
Points of what?
Villa. Remember, they beat us at their gaff.
What do you mean would have been the same points as who?
If they'd have beat us, Villa, then I think that would have opened the door for everyone to come in. Man City would have been, I think, if all the teams had won, it would have been 3 points.
But that was then.
Yeah.
I'm talking about now up to today.
Well, no, I don't think it is. I think for Arsenal, it's just they've got to take us another game.
I think you're underplaying it, mate.
No,
maybe you're doing it on purpose.
It will be.
Maybe you're doing it on purpose.
It will be a tough game.
Let me tell you now.
Brentford are a good side. I just don't see it the same way you do.
I'll tell you why. If you lose tonight, all the back pages will be questioning whether or not you've got enough bottle to win it. Every show tomorrow, from the breakfast show to White and Jordan, or the Jim White show as it's called. Sorry, Simon Jordan show as it's called. To even H&J and ours, without a shadow. And Sports Bar tonight will all be about have Arsenal bottled it.
Yeah, of course, because it's the only game.
And that's how big.
No, because it's the only game tonight.
No, DB.
Yeah, listen, I'm not putting it in the same bracket as you. You're saying like, oh my goodness, if Arsenal lose, it's like, it's the end of the world. It's not.
Oh, it is, mate. I don't know. You're underplaying it way too much.
I just don't look at it the same way.
Way too much. I think secretly you are, but you won't give me.
No, I'm not.
I'm telling you now, Arsenal players will be feeling it.
No, they'll be calm.
And Arsenal fans will be feeling it.
Brentford are a good side. Yeah, Arsenal fans will be nervous because they want to win.
I know, but if you lose tonight, Arsenal fans
they're
will
not
be
looking at it like you're looking at it.
It's happening again.
No, they won't. Move on. They've had setbacks before. Did panic Villa?
Did panic Villa? 13 games to go. No. Villa, how many games to go was Villa? 20?
There's still a lot of games, Andy. You're overplaying it.
Well, okay. When do you start looking?
Look, Luke's in there.
When do you?
Ask Luke.
Luke, if you lose tonight, right?
He said, "End of the world." It's end of the world. Arsenal lose.
I said, if you lose tonight, it's the biggest game of your season so far. And if you lose tonight, tonight, it's in Man City's hands, and that hasn't happened for a long time.
He's saying no to everything you're saying. Exactly, nonsense.
Is it an Arsenal fan? I'm telling you tonight, if Arsenal lose, question marks and cracks, and it could mean you don't win the Premier League.
No.
And we'll look back and we'll go, where did it all go wrong? And I'll go, when I told you.
No, not at all. We'll be fine.
Oh, you both sound so nervous.
I'm not nervous, but you
are.
I know. You have to kind of just... Let him have his bit, Luke.
Let me have my bit, because tomorrow, on the back of that 1-0 defeat, we'll come in here and there'll be Arsenal fans phoning up going, I think we've thrown it away, away.
No! Brentford are a good side. You know what's funny? You have to let me get beat by Wolves at home.
Well, we'll have team news for you when we come back. All right? Huge night. By the way, the only place you can hear commentary of this, live and exclusive, is right here on talkSPORT. And team news for that huge game when we come back.
In the two high-profile times when I've accused anyone of racism or sexism, a High Court has agreed with me. A parliamentary committee has agreed with me. So, and I've got reams of evidence.
Oh, absolutely.
Of people,
you're talking about Mark Sampson and Joey Barton.
Right, but the point is, I'm not the person...
That's the extreme end of the equation, isn't it?
What is the point?
No, but
Go on,
my
Annie.
point is, that's also replicated online. So there's reams and reams of evidence of people online.
But you did it to me. You told me. No, I don't have a problem with it because it's your opinion. You said to me about me that I'm a sexist.
No,
I don't think I am. I think I have a strident opinion. I have a daughter.
I think you pander to an audience.
Yeah, and that in itself could be considered to be something that people would I could be robust in my rejection of it. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it, and I like you should do. I only take the value of a people's opinion from someone whose opinion I respect.
Yeah.
Your opinion isn't relevant to me, and my opinion to some extent shouldn't be relevant to you. And if you are strong in the views that you have, I admire you for having the strength of them. But everything that you seem to portray in life seems to be that every disadvantage that you have is because either you're a woman or because you're black, and it's got nothing to do with your contribution to the equation and the way that people perceive you.
I'll always take responsibility if I think I've done something wrong. I'm the first person to apologise if I think, I shouldn't have said that, or that went the wrong way. You can find multiple examples of me apologising, but there is a reality that I do suffer sometimes a disadvantage because people abuse me for my identity. They don't actually focus on, I don't think she's a good person or good pundit because of X, Y, Z. They go into attacking your identity. Those are two different things.
This is Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. From us at 7, Natalie Sawyer presents live coverage of the biggest game of the season so far, Brentford against Arsenal. Lots of confident Arsenal fans.
Team's there.
Are they confident now? Because the team news is in. Sam Matterface can tell us about the big name that's missing from the starting 11 from Arsenal.
Yeah.
Sam, good evening.
Absolutely, and it's not just one, it's a couple of changes for Arsenal, which you might be a little bit surprised about. Obviously, Havertz, we knew, was not going to be available tonight, but there's no William Saliba in the squad this evening either. We're trying to get confirmation as to exactly what that is. We think it's probably a knock that he's picked up in the last couple of days. It means that Christian Mosquera comes into the starting lineup. In all, they make 4 changes, just the one change for Brentford. They start with Kelleher in goal. The back 4 is Coyote, Ayer, Vandenberg and Henry, Yarmouk and Janelt and Jensen, the midfield trio. Ouattara, Thiago and Keane Lewis Potter are the 3-pronged attack. Valdemarson, Hickey, Pinnock, Henderson, Nathan Collins, Mikkel Damsgaard, Romel Donovan, Kay Furo and Luca Ben on the bench. What about the away side then? The team that need to put more distance between them are Manchester City, who won last night and closed the gap at the top of the table to just 3 points. Raya is the goalkeeper, Timber the right back, Mosquera and Gabriel the 2 centre-halves. Gabriel captains the team. Nkapie plays at left-back. Zubamendi will hold in midfield. Madueke will play from the right, Trossard from the left. Rice and Eze are behind Gyökeres in attack. Arrizabalaga, Ben White, Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, Jesus, Martinelli, Norgard, Calafiori and Miles Lewis-Skelly are on the bench.
Thanks, Sam.
That is one strong bench
No
up.
Saliba. Do you know what? I have it on good authority. The reason he's not playing is because he's scared. No Saliba. Producer Joe's with us in the studio. You up, Producer Joe?
All right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no music for you. Yeah, what's happening? How are you, all right?
Yeah, good.
He just said he's not Billy. But other times you've been in, you've had your own music.
Yeah, I had my own music.
Yeah.
I used to like when you used to have your, I'm just a teenager.
Yeah, that's what I want you to be.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
What do you think the score be tonight?
4-0 either way.
Good.
Pardon?
How was your day
4-0
yesterday? You had a day off yesterday, didn't you? You went to Alton Towers for the day.
Yep.
New ride day.
Granddad for his 90th birthday.
Try it out.
Yep.
How old was he?
Very good.
Oh, twice you went with that. What are we doing for the intro quiz?
We're going to do
let me guess. A list, because you.
No, actually. Guess the intro.
Ah, we love this.
Yeah.
We love this.
Thursday. So
I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna tally it up.
Right, okay.
Who's going to go first?
Well, you tell me. It's my show.
Who do you want to go to?
You going to the pub later
Who's
for
the first
like
tune?
free booze and?
No.
But you get free booze.
Oh, okay. If I was, then.
So who's going?
Darren Bent.
Thank you very much. See, it's my guy, Joe.
It's the end of your piece. I'm afraid. It's just stole stuff from your room.
Go on then.
Darren Bent, your first track. Let's have a listen.
It's a love thing. Oh, yeah.
But who sings it?
Quickly.
Come on. No idea.
Oh my.
Andy, do you know?
No idea.
It's Whispers, Love Thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right, song 2 for you, Andy.
Come on.
Here we go.
Big tune that.
I know it's a massive tune.
I was thinking Lock, Stock and Snatch.
I'm going to go Madness, but it's not Madness. I can't remember what it is.
It's not Madness.
This is so embarrassing. Go on.
It's the Specials. Ghost Town.
Ghost Town.
I like how tough this is, though.
Still 0-0.
Should have got that. It's like, oi, this should be the game tonight, right? Still, how many questions you got?
You got 5 each.
All right, so like 20 minutes on the clock, still 0-0. Okay,
right.
40 minutes now, just before half time.
Darren Bent's on the attack. Let's have a listen.
Jack.
Oh, come on. That's it.
Robbie Williams?
It isn't Robbie Williams.
Slip inside the eye. Oasis.
It is Oasis with Don't Look Back in Anger. Still 0-0. Andy.
Hold on.
No, you don't get it, mate.
Go. No, we're not doing handovers. Yeah. No.
Nothing for me.
No.
Okay.
Andy, your second track, though.
Jack!
That's not one of my tunes. I know that is.
You can't just have your own tunes, can you?
Still 0-0 after 45 minutes. Okay.
It's a good game, this.
Who is that?
That was the Basement Jacks, or Basement Jacks with Good Luck.
Okay.
Oh, never got
65 minutes on the clock, still 0-0.
Right.
Arsenal have got the ball.
Darren Bent's third effort.
Easy.
Right, I can't get it, so you can't sing it either.
Okay. Oh, he's asking who it is. You got no idea?
No.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
No, I'm not taking that. You said it in his ear.
Madonna. Or Kylie Minogue.
No,
It's not said it in his ear.
Can you hear me calling?
Blondie?
No.
That's correct. That wasn't correct. Fleetwood Mac, Everywhere.
Okay. So hold on. 65 on the clock. Arsenal 0. Brentford have got the ball. Come on, Brentford.
Andy's third go.
Oh, I know the song, but I don't know.
Oh, it's one of the greatest ever.
Oh, yeah, no, hold on. Yeah.
Go on.
Frankie Valli.
No.
Oh, God. Go on, what is it?
Billy Ocean, Red Light Spells Danger.
Oh, my God.
Hey, come on, Jack.
Still 0-0.
You got 2 each left.
Yes.
70 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0. Arsenal got the ball.
Darren Bent.
Huge. That's it.
I mean...
I know that is.
I'm just going to go...
Big tune, man.
Big tune.
Temptations.
Go on.
You need.
Can he go 1-0 up?
The song.
I've got no one.
No, you need the song.
No half
No
notes.
help, please.
Temptations.
Oh, it's literally the cross has come in now. Open goal. Quickly.
No.
No, still 0-0.
It was Get Ready by Temptations. Andy.
Brentford now on the
Go
attack.
4.
Come on.
Here we go.
I know the tune. It's so obvious. Blondie.
Yeah. But can you get the song? For 1-0.
Lover.
It isn't.
No,
he's had his guess, Joe. It's wrong.
Good.
Is it called Emotic or something? I don't think it.
No idea.
Yeah, Atomic.
All right. So hold on.
This is all in the wrong one.
90 minutes on the clock.
Yep.
Arsenal for the last time are on the attack.
Fifth attempt, go.
Oh, upside. Diana Ross and the Supreme.
Yep.
Upside down. You turn.
He's going 1-0 up.
Yo, he got so. Eucharist! Bang!
Is it actually called Upside Down?
Andy, this is.
Hold on. Is it actually called Upside Down?
Yeah, Upside Down.
Come on, Brent.
Andy, Andy, this is your 5th go.
Come on.
To equalise.
Shut up. Right. That is Don't You Want Me? Human League.
Well done.
Get in! 1-1.
Finishes 1-1.
Come on, Brentford. 2 points.
Right, one last one
Hold
to
on.
win the game. Who gets it first?
Hold on, wait. What do you need?
Everything.
Okay.
It was just
Quick.
Sexual healing, Marvin Gaye.
He's got it.
Oh, Brentford won it. Get in. I like it, DB. Get in there. Oh, not good for my throat, shouting and screaming.
Get the words out.
Will I be shouting and screaming tonight when I listen to live and exclusive commentary of Brentford against Arsenal? Biggest game of the season so far, and of course the boys on the Sports Bar will be taking your call straight after. What will happen? Stay where you are. You'll hear it all unfold live on talkSPORT. Have a good evening. See you at 4 tomorrow. Be safe, everyone. Be safe. Go on the bees.
It's getting stronger and stronger. When I get that feeling, I want sexual healing.
Mo, what happened yesterday?
Andy.
What happened yesterday?
Andy, listen.
What happened?
Andy, listen.
Mo, what happened?
Listen. We still gotta go. We still can do the double candy. The cups.